How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, how y'all doing this evening? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. We got ourselves even more 5v5 1v1 duels tonight. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, boys. Let me just try to see if I can put some groups together for you boys. I know that last you said you want to put a group together but authenticate. Just get Authenticator at this point. Like, it's an app. It's so easy, unless you unless there's like some you know what, if there is some kind of like a real issue why you can't do it. I don't want to pry or anything like that, you know what I mean? Like, you're good. But like it's as easy as getting on your phone and then slapping the app. Unless I guess you don't, maybe you just don't have, I have no idea. Yeah, I'm loving PvP jailbreak, dude. It is alive, it is active, man. The open world of Dragonflight so far has been ripe with players. There's been a lot going on. There's always something happening. The open world is fan, and now right now they got what, like invasions going in, and people are out and about doing invasions and stuff. It is even more wild than ever before. How y'all doing? Welcome back, everybody's having a good one, boys. Let's get ourselves some 5v5 1v1 groups ready for the evening. Let me go rewind that song. Is that loud? A little loud. A little bit loud. There we go. Good enough, right? How y'all doing? Welcome back. Kevin, how you doing, man? Oh, is it dead? Okay. We will get the groups in just a second. Kevin, sorry about that. I couldn't message you back. I was having to do a little bit of that thumbnail stuff, and I had to have B-Nut off because a lot of you, it's a long story. Boys, let's get in the NA 5V5 1v1s tonight. Bring me your best builds. Also, big class changes on the horizon for next week for PvE and PvP. Big buffs to Frost Mage, Fire Mage. We also saw adjustments to Rogue with slight reductions to the burst of a subtlety and assassination, but who could have foreseen that after watching yesterday with my man Galoosh popping off on these boys, not even giving me a breather, just walking in, slapping them down into the ground, and then walking out of there like nothing happened. I mean, who could have expected them getting maybe a modicum on theirs, you know what I mean? Huge gesture buffs, yeah, Rivers, I saw, dude. 40% up for Chaos Bolt, 5% also on top of it from PvE content. Big Shadow Burn, big Incinerate. Oh my god, it is looking good. Then what else we got? No nerfs to Arcane Mage, so they continue to be good. Slight reductions to enhancement, not a big deal. What else? Warriors are getting buffed a little here and there, just a bit. Marksman again slightly reduced, just a hair. Some mana stuff, you know. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing one big boomy buffs, big boomy buffs. I'm sure my man Ori is gonna be happy about those. Alrighty, looks like Ripflex is trying to put a group together, potentially. Fang Clone now. What's up, Wop? You playing on the Druid right now? What the hell? Yo. Leaping in. Yo, let me get a group up and running, boys. So we have a second group already rolling in. I'm gonna make one of them groups though. Slap it into raids. I can see 5 Molten Core. Here we go. Here we are. Dick is getting more of an execute. I saw on Holy Death Knight they are getting a little bit stronger. I'm excited about that because I haven't played a Holy DK in what feels like forever, man. See if I got 5. See if I got a 5-man group already. Let's go, boys. Hey, let's go. My goodness. We got Fang in here. Fang, I'm gonna have you lead the group if you don't mind, since I already have you on real AD, bro. Appreciate ya. Do I have a thing rolling in the background? I don't have a thing rolling in the background. Also, gotta give myself a sip of coffee. There we go. Pin. Let's see. They want to work with Disintegrate again. I know. I mean, I feel like they kind of had to because I feel like a lot of their bursts. Oh, we also got rogues, huh? Oh, okay. All right, I got a group just need more people. Malachi, I got one more on you in my group, and this group is good to go. It's a bunch of rogues, a bunch of hunters. Now, yesterday, we did at some point implement a rule of no rogues, and I felt like after we implemented that rule, the arenas got a little bit more of a breather. At some point tonight, we may also implement it. Don't get me wrong, I love you boys. I love you rogue boys, man. I have a lot of you guys on Real ID. That being said, our class is really good right now, and if you're gonna do the same stuff Gloosh is gonna do, how do you counterplay a literal one-shot? You know what I mean? Especially while you're locked down in a constant CC of a gouge to a cheap. I shouldn't be teaching you guys how to even do it, honestly. Should I be? Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the ability, that's. I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm not even gonna teach you right now. I don't want you guys to use it. But if we see a lot of that, we may adjust the rules to be like, you know what? No rogues, just so everybody else gets a chance to breathe and play. Because as soon as we did that, casters came out of the woodworks. Ellis Shaman, Shadow Freeze popping off, doing work. Ooh. It was fun. I need one more with you, boys. Onomas, it'll be good to go. Malachi, if you want to join me, I'm welcome to anybody, one of you boys. Also, I'm more than welcome to him. Do we have another group over in LFG? Doesn't even show me. Have no idea. Oh, wait. There's ours. But we need one more. We need Onomas, and it'll be good to go. Onomas, it'll be good to go, boys. And then see if I got a group already. So it should be good to go. What do I find the group? It's going to be in the Raids Legacy section over in the NA realms today. Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. You guys are more welcome to join either one, though, depending on the region. We do this every day. Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. same time as every other stream, so you guys are more than welcome to join in for that. We got a group already. DBZs, I would love to get you in for the next one. My guy, Johnny, my man, yo, John Smith, thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate ya. Thank you so much for the support. My guy, if you connect your YouTube account that you just become a member with over on the Discord, you'll get a special role just for you, my guy. Appreciate ya. And feel free to spam, literally spam emotes and chat as much as you want to. Just absolutely obliterate the chat if you want to. Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you. And you think I'm like, oh, he's just being figurative. No, mods literally, you can spam emotes, the chat emotes, spam as much as you want. I'll literally, as much as you want to. Literally make the chat unreadable. I mean it. I mean it. Love you, buddy. We got ourselves a group, boys. I'm gonna make a lead. I'm gonna make Fang. Fang, can you whisper me on real ID? Just anything. Can you whisper me some sweet nothings? Also, crap, I should have delisted for you. So delist and then whisper me something and we'll be good to go. Sorry. I usually delisted for you guys just to make sure you guys don't have to do anything at all. But yeah, delist the group and we'll be good to go. See, I've already got a team. Big Mo. I love that name, dude. Big Mo. Big Mo right there. Like, look at the guy, boys. Great. Hey, I really someone's good for PvP. Borat, I think so. I think so, man. Spectator match. Did I get it right? Big Mo and Seawark 5. The grand one. I can't do the new arena. No target. Did I misspell Big Mo? I did. What is this song? Not part of the Duels mix, that's what it is. Get it out of here. One needs it. Again, I also need to go update my Duels mix. At some point, I think me and Kren are gonna have to hang out together in Discord and just like take a look at these. Infinite beef! Dude, imagine having infinite beef. That'll be the glitch in the Matrix that we'll love to have. Can we get a hashtag infinite beef in the chat? 951 specifically. Thanks so much, my guy. Appreciate you. You're a wonderful beauty. I appreciate you. Mwah. Thank you, my guy. Greetings. What's up, Moto? How you doing, man? Hope you have a good one. So yeah, the groups are going to be in raised, like I said. You guys are all welcome to join in. Alrighty. First one of the evening. First duel of the night. You guys have some fun. Again, like I said earlier, at some point, we may apply a rule of, hey, all rogues banned. But we'll see how it goes. If tonight it feels like it's an even match, I'm okay with it. If it's a lot of rogues just dominating, we may pivot, we may adjust. Our rogue may be the only spec that I might allow because that's a little bit different than every other spec. But maybe I'm wrong on that one. To Twitch, maybe Silver has other recommendations because he has more experience against rogues than I do. Gonna be Silver over on the team one already here with a primalist set. Looking like a raid boss right now. My goodness, that's a good looking set. Look at that thing. I love the reflective surfaces, the detail on the mask. And I'm a big fan that it's a cloth set that isn't a robe. I know a lot of people play mages because you like that robe, you got like that dress look. But like, man, having a set that isn't a cloth set, isn't like a robe set, it is nice. Fang gonna be first up over for the team one. Is it Fury Warrior? Hit him with a breath. Also got himself full primalist set. This man is a rock boy ready to go. Gonna be a polymorph Odyssey, trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of mobility away from Fang. Big Arcane Surge at the ready. If Fang goes in for a massive charge, he's gonna freeze himself, but instead gonna go leaping over the edge. Gonna be Silver pushing in, trying to go for big damage. Does Fang go down right now? He's gonna have to go for big defenses. Trying to see if he can survive this here. Gonna be still more damage on the Silver. Just trying to see if he can blast through the defense of Fang. Isn't gonna be enough though. The man had a lot of recovery going on. Gonna be regenerating. Silver charges in with a blink just to poke at him for a second. Is going to be some cooldown reduction with a power shifting. Going to be a big bleed out of Fang as he finally got to get on top of Seawork for just a moment. Seawork with massive slows, more missiles, Reflectors up, try to see if he can dampen some of the damage he's taking. It's going to be knock up with, I think, a root, and I think Fang may be done. Either Fang DC'd, or the man is like, you know what, I'm out of cooldowns. That or he just doesn't really want to play against Seawork. One of those two, I'm not really sure which one that was. But that was unfortunate. I'm hoping it was maybe just a DC instead of him like, you know what, I don't want to play against an arcade mage. Because that'd be very, very sad and unfortunate. Because I want this guy to play. But it's going to be T-Rack, I guess. I'm not sure what happened. Could have been the technical difficulty, honestly. Gonna be DJ Flex up next. Got himself also a whole 1800s. I gotta get myself this set this weekend, man. I gotta do it. Massive coordinator assault versus Seawork. Gonna be a death chakram as Seawork decides, you know what, I'm just gonna block it. Just try to see if they get away from any of this damage. Maybe try to play it very, very defensively right now. Maybe try to put on cooldown early so you can use that shooting power ability to get it back a little bit quicker. Another second charge out of DJ Flex using the spearhead ability, which is going to amplify his Mongoose Bites to apply bonus bleed and also make his skill commands a little bit more effective. Going to be big blasters on the Seamark, missiles onto DJ Flex. May have to go for a turtle unless he just goes down here. It's going to be a medic bench as he does go to the ground for just a second. Still under turtle, get himself a little bit of recovery. Going to be Seamark build up a little bit of missiles. Trying to go for a barrage towards Flex, but I think they might have just skirted off of the turtle shell. As DJ looking for a bit of a resetting versus Seamark. Going to be a scatter shot to CC him with a freezing trap. It is going to DR one another by a little bit. By a little, but it's still functional. Massive missiles for Seamark. DJ recovered quite a bit of health, looking for even more manic better. Just Seamark cannot approach him. He's either sitting a charge trap root or a stun. And DJ trying to walk out the open, knocked back by Seamark. Gonna be a slow, potentially Seamark could set up some go. And it's gonna be Seamark going in for a shot mill, trying to go for food. The pet is there to always attack him as soon as possible. DJ, does he have a feint death potentially for this burst coming up? Gonna be a trinket out of Seamark, trying to see if he can go for big damage with more cooldown reduction for the man. Got himself ult time in case things really get rough. Trying to go for a couple of barrages towards DJ. Is gonna use ult time really, really early to reposition. As long as he got himself plenty of survivability, should be okay. Does go for a quick invis. Try to see if he can keep the pet in combat for a little bit here. Maybe try to see if he can whittle down the pet. Maybe try and deny the pet sacrifice for DJ, because he can use that pet sack where the pet rushes to your aid, protecting you from any critical strikes. Gonna be Arcade Surge, massive burst onto DJ with a barrage, does go to Cam, last second, Manic better should fall, see if I cannot get out of this one, has a lot of cooldowns on the ready. DJ with a disengage, put himself as far away from the arcade mage as he can, bowling ball of arcane energy flying in. But DJ is able to veer behind the pillar and try to catch himself a bit of a reset while dampening isn't super high. Any seconds he spends inside a camo is valuable amount of healing. Stun onto Seamark as he got himself a pretty ult time actually. Does he? It looked like he did for a second. Gonna be big charge, double charge for DJ. Spearhead with coordinates hold. He's fully empowered. All of his abilities, ranged and melee, are doing extra damage. Just trying to go for a big strike towards Seamark. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Trying to go for cooldown reduction. And it's gonna be DJ Flex sniping him out of there. My goodness, that was a close one between the two. Two competitors, two juggernauts running out there in the arena. DJ with that mobility though. Well done, well done. With DJ trying to see if he can potentially get himself a bit of recovery. Gonna be a succubus on him. Trying to see if he can give him a little bit of that punishment. Reverence also, oh my god, you guys are making me jealous. Look at all the sets. Does everybody have sets? Is it Jax? He does have a set. Lathmoka, no set. Fang does not have a set. Wait, we have two Fangs in here? Hold on, we got a Fury Warrior Fang and an Arms and also another Fury Warrior. Is that Zan as well? Wait. Is Fang multi-boxing? Is that what's going on in a catch-up phone game? That is unfortunate, Seamark. Linth, do you have a... Oh, also got a set. My god, every one of you guys have a set, don't you? Jesus, I'm behind. Gonna be a Mortal Coil onto Flex as Reverence tries to go for a port, but a steel trap is gonna pin him in place. DJ using that succubus positional in order to reposition away from Reverence, dropping down a charge up on the side. As Reverend's trying to find a better angle. Succubus CC getting used up with a Soulfire. Trinket for Flex. Wants to interrupt him. Soulfire. Big damage on Soulfire. Has himself in that bad situation. Could go down. The dots are melting him right now. Has a Freezing Trap. Faint death. Does go for a bit of recovery. Does Reverend maybe go for AoE? No, as it tries to go in for a bit of a Shadow of Fury, but that is going to be a Freezing Trap stopping him. He doesn't realize the DJ was so close next to him. Super extremely close. As a hunter gets himself a proper reset, that's going to give him an opportunity to potentially recover in this duel. That's opportunity right there. So at least DJ gets himself a proper go. Mortal Coil into the hunter. Does Reverence have himself a big setup? It's going to be a harpoon, but the succubus does veer him in the other direction. Chaos Bolt and DJ goes in for a quick interrupt on that shadow. Stone into Reverence. Got himself coordinated hold. I believe maybe together with a spearhead. Flank and strike onto the Reverence. Has himself the big Beyblade of a Death Chakram still spinning on him. I like how the visual bug is still there from Shadowlands, by the way. I don't mind it for the most part. Gonna be a big damage onto Reverence at no health whatsoever. Does he take him down with Soulfire? Gonna be Reverence at no health. Oh! And DJ does end up slamming him down! With Lathmoka not letting DJ go anywhere. Just a quick beam taking him down. Linthania is going to be up next over for the Team 1 as an Outlaw Rogue. Can Lathmoka beat an Outlaw Rogue, however? Jax trying to go for a res. Jax, come on, get out of here with that, man. What are you doing now, Jax? Gonna be a deep breath until Lantania, trying to see if they can amplify a bit more damage. It's gonna be an Adrenaline Rush versus Lathvoke. Seeing big damage out of the Outlaw, decide, you know what, I want to go for a bit of Resetti. Big damage with a Mastery, potentially good go versus Lantania. Just trying to go for a bit of a Eternity Surge into a Root. Lantania doesn't have outs, has a Vanish. That's gonna be a Vanish right there. Maybe a knockup by Lathvoker into a shortest stun ever. Does Lath have any more survivability? Try to slow down Lantania with a Shatter, but Lantania with a quick charge towards the Evoker, and it's going to be Fang not letting the Rogue out of sight at all, slamming him down real quickly, crushing the bones into powder, and going in next versus Daddy Swift. As the Assassination? Subtlety? I want to say Subtlety is going to be up next versus Fang. Fang did just pop some cooldowns, not defensively, but did use some abilities offensively. Going to be a full set of dodge by Daddy Swift with a cheap shot. Sepsis? Interesting. Wait, are you Assassination? He is Assassination. Full death mark of Fang. Fang needs to find a way to deal with it. Does he have bitter immunity, which does let warriors cleanse themselves off of poisons, bleeds, curses, corruptions, everything that isn't a magical debuff? Fang taking a lot of damage. Does not look like he has himself bitter immunity. I feel like as soon as you see a Rogue or Feral on the other team, you have to go bitter immunity. Try to go for a Warlock Hellstone to give himself a little bit of survivability, but it may not be enough. And Fang, oh, Daddy Swift does rot him down with a death mark. With Jax going to be up next, trying to see if he can get some dots into the Rogue. Maybe potentially a couple of those dots can whittle him down, melt him down little by little. Shadow Crusher around the corner, it doesn't connect. I think it may have connected. That is what trying to see if he gets himself a bit of a reset. No, he did not. The dots are not on him. Otherwise, Shadow Crusher would have put dots on the guy. Oh my god. There it is, boys. Hell yeah. Jags may have to go for a bit of a socket here, or socket, the eyes. As Daddy Swift buying himself some time. By the way, the death mark ability of Rogues, the one that kind of melted that warrior, yeah, that's getting reduced by like 30% in PvP next build. They're trying to see if it can maybe give Rogues a little bit less burst. Keeping them deadly, just the burst capability is going to be a little bit lower, just so there's a way to play around it. Because for Fang, unless he has like one crucial ability, like he's dead blind, onto Jax, Daddy knows he's dead though, I think. Shadow Death? Shadow Death, and Jax does take him out. That was a Rogue coming into that duel, kind of limping a little bit. But we'll see if Dahlia, freshened up Rogue, is he able to match him? Is going to go for a bit of that trinket early on versus Jax. Trying to go for Deathmark right now. Jax may have to play it very carefully. It's Dark Iron, so he could use the Dark Iron Racial in order to remove it. Does he have the trinket for it, though? Does he have the Racial? I think he may be dead. Oh! My god, just put the dots on him and just melted the boy down. Not much Jax could do about it. My goodness. DJ slamming into. C-Reg does get himself a cheeky little kill. But we're going to go into the next game, see how these boys do after, yeah? I like it so far, boys. I like the games where everybody gets a chance to play them. And that was a fantastic first game. Let's get another one going, yeah? Gang by IRL stuff, but I'm here. Alright, sounds good, Big Mo. All good, my man. Yeah, I was a little bit confused, like why you stopped walking at some point. I was a little bit sad about it, but it's okay. I think the Rogue's a bit much, to be honest. I do kind of agree with ya. I think, well, so we'll do see work. Little impossible for casters in our group. Yeah, Rogues are a lot. I wasn't gonna deny Rogues games at all, see work, but at some point I was gonna be like, okay, Rogues are, let's put them on a back burner for a bit. If you want to play some multi-mode, welcome to, you know what I mean? High five though. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll do a couple of games with Rogues. And maybe at some point if the chat wants to, we can do what we did yesterday, where we kind of ban Rogues for the night. Not that ban Rogues forever, just for that night, because, you know, really good class at all. But he doesn't give a lot of other classes breathing room to be able to play or whatever. You know what I mean? But you guys are more welcome to hop on alts. Ah, man, I would be really sad not seeing Lithania in there. I feel like, is Outlaw Rogue? I feel like Outlaw Rogue is one of those specs that isn't super, like, you know, isn't super, what's the word? Super bursty like that. It can be still very, very annoying though. I'm trying to like be fair here because it is very CC heavy. And mobile. Playable. Yeah. You mean it's AIDS for everybody else, Seawork? Or you mean like it's AIDS to play as Outlaw? Because that's only my main, man. Choosing words carefully. I'm gonna cry about it. DF, NA. Yeah, Mo, let me know if you got a team, man. Or if you need to make a new one. Let me know, my guy. Let me know. How we doing? Or if I need to make a new group. Which I will if I have to. I will if I gotta. I can go sub, but I'm bad at sub. It's whatever you want to do. Sub apparently is really, really good, though. I mean, yesterday we saw sub go really well. Can go on the caster team so we don't have 3 rogues on one team. Yeah, if you guys want to like switch around, maybe get a rogue on the caster team, like switch out a guy. Hey, to play against an outlaw. Oh, okay. I feel ya. We got still 3 rogues still. Yeah, can we guys do like a switcheroo, like CyberPowerPC pass them a caster and they'll give you guys a rogue or whatever, so it can be at least a little bit fair. The way you guys would do it is open the groups over in the Raids Legacy section, right? So do like pre-made group, Raids Legacy, start a group and call it 5V5 1V1 DUELS. It doesn't matter what raid you're in. And then send 1 rogue over to the team CyberPowerPC. I'm gonna do list. Send 1 rogue over to team CyberPowerPC to sign up. And then you guys send like 1 caster over to team WoW to sign up. Just do a quick switcheroo for those 2 if you guys could do that. Or if you need my help coordinating it, I can figure it out as well. Like if someone wants to volunteer to go to the other team or whatever, that could work out as well. Yeah, I'll go to WoW. Malachi saying he'll go to CyberPowerPC's team. If you guys have yourselves listed in Legacy Raids, I'll probably see it right here, don't I? Yeah. So you guys got a 4, but if somebody at CyberPowerPC signs up for that team, you'll be good to go. And then the CyberPowerPC opens a group, Malachi can join you really quickly, and then you guys can do like a little switch. Something's better than SATA, don't go subbed in Duels. Yeah. Well, at some point we will probably go like, okay, no rogue, or maybe like, yeah, we'll figure it out. You know what? I want to listen to the chat, because yesterday the chat was like, yo, can we do no rogue? And we tried it, and it worked well. So I'm more than willing to like put a cap on rogues. You know what I mean? Put a limiter on rogues. Let me know if you guys got all the teams and everything. If you guys are good to go, if you guys have done your little switcheroo, those would be good to go. That's my build. Okay, sounds good, Malachi. Yeah, I'll keep you up that later, my guy. We'll get a last vocal. Awesome. Let me go. What's another good arena? I like Blackrock Hold. I really want to do the new one. I'm not in. Oh, don't have 5 yet. What's Malachi's character name again? It is Dali on what server is it? It is Malachi. Can't list. Okay, hold on. I gotcha. Someone's group shuffle queue. Let me see. Hakar. Invite Dali Hakar. Is it Hakar just like that? Or is it like apostrophes and Hakar? It is just Hakar. Hakkar. Okay. Yeah, Dali Hakar. That should do the trick. What's up? Let's trade with man. I'm a good one. Just say if rogues are over 2 in PvP or a little afraid to say it. So it's not that, okay, they kind of sort of are. Well, so okay, RKC. If you watch my video from this morning, I covered all the different class changes coming up this Tuesday for PvP. One of the things they changed for rogues is the nerf in some of the bursts. The nerf in Assassination's Deathmark bleed ability and the bleed empowerment effect, as well as the secret technique by 30%. Both of those abilities provide a ton of burst for rogues, and there's a very little ways to counter it. So they're trying to not to kill rogue, they're just trying to give the other player some more counter ability when the rogue locks you down and takes your health from 100% to 0 within a few seconds. That's all they're trying to do. So I don't think it's the whole class rogue that's overtuned or overpowered or anything. I think it's their burst specifically. I think they like the pacing of rogues, they just don't want it to be like breakneck speed like Shadowlands. A lot of the class bursts is a little bit easier to track. Like it's not quite slow as, like me and CyberPowerPC were talking about it. It's not quite as slow as Battle for Azeroth 20-minute, 40-minute games. But it's not quite as quick as Shadowlands 2-second games either. It's somewhere in the middle, and that rogue burst kind of veers more into the Shadowlands territory. So like, let's tone it down a little bit. Tone it down a bit. You can sign up now. Find his group in LFG real quick. Should be there. Malachi, if you need to find their group, it's going to be in the Raids Legacy section for Molten Core. They need a couple of more boys join in, and they'll need a +1. And I think Reven's is the one lead the group, yeah? Or maybe they switched out potentially. They're not a lot of the birds that completely remove and double tap from 100. So that's coming out for patch 10.01. Those patch notes are still not final. That's something they're testing. That's something that's going to get feedback on. So that isn't something that's being removed Tuesday. That is for way later, whenever the patch comes out. That is a whole entire 0.5 patch. Those don't happen like in a week. Those happen after a testing period, after they go on PTR, after people have given feedback, after it's like it's not happening tomorrow is what's important here. But yeah, hopefully we should be able to get the boys in here in just a bit here. Let me know. Seaverk, we'll be good to go. We'll need one, just have one because he wants to stay in the shuffle queue, so I want to invite him after him. Okay. Wait, he wants to, wait, is it Jags that wants to be in shuffle queue? Can he be in shuffle queue while also, I guess like he'll take the shuffle queue, but while he's not in shuffle, he'll just do some duels. I guess it works out. That's not a bad idea. I just wish there was like an easier way where you didn't like collide with any of the queue stuff. How you guys having to like invite, non-invite, all that stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, let me know, Seabrick, if you guys are good to go. If you guys got a 5-man. Did you guys get Malachi on there? Sex says like in the group right now, it's bugging out. Yeah, I told you, I wish there was a way to like, I just want to queue in for shuffle, but I kind of want to do a dungeon or do whatever in my free time while waiting for that shuffle queue anyway. I wish there was a way to like do that. What's the group names? It's gonna be all 5V5 1V1 DUELS in the raids legacy matrix. So if you guys want to find them, check raids legacy. On this character, I have to go between Shadowlands Legacy and other legacies. But if you go to Raids Legacy, type in number 5 in the search, you should be able to find the groups. I think right now Mo has a group. Seaverk is trying to get a +1, but I think they got a guy, but it's bugging. So they may have to open up the group back up for somebody. You guys are more welcome to join, by the way, though. Yeah, I legitimately have no idea how Survival Hunters even do anymore. I don't care what the damage comes from, just random. So I think it's just a lot of the abilities does the damage. Grenades kind of do damage. Flank strike does damage. Mungus Bite does damage. Kill Command does damage. Kill shots do damage. I know that inside of their coordinated assault window, kill shots and grenades give them do more damage, more instant damage, and give them resources. Kill shots do a lot more damage. It can be used on any target, whether they execute window or not. Then we have Spearhead, which is where they charge out and the Mungus Bites leave a bleed that can stack up, and then kill commands do more damage and are more likely to reset. So it's basically like they get more consistency. Then you have Death Chakram that makes you take 50% more damage, and Explosive Shot potentially for a big boom of damage. That's really about it. Yeah, it's a lot of little abilities that got that kind of do a ton of damage. They're interesting, man. I feel like Survival Hunters are having to refigure out the specs, reconfigure stuff on their own. But yeah, it's a pretty good set. It's really fun right now. I've heard they can do a lot of AoE damage in Mythic Pluses, man. I need to get mine up and running. I really am excited to play some Survival. 5, let's go, boys. We're here. Blackrock Hold is the next arena. By the way, boys, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. It's 5V5 1V1 DUELS, and I can't believe it, boys. What the hell? What the hell is that? I can't believe the video is basically ready for viewers. Wow, I didn't take long at all. Can't believe it. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Normally on YouTube it takes forever for it to process and do all the other stuff. Can I do it quickly? All the things. Let me see. Maybe I could do it quick enough. All of my background secrety stuff. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Alrighty, here we are. So Twitch, looks like we got ourselves 4 on team 2, but 5 on team 5. I don't even know if they're gonna need a lot of them over in team 2, since they do have Seabike, they do have Reverence, and maybe that's all they'll ever need. Gonna be DJ Flex first up versus Seaver. Traps already laden for the mage. Trying to see if he can go for a blink around the corner. Big damage, but DJ does go for a feign death at the right time. I don't think this man was expecting to feign death at Arcade Surge, but there it is. Gonna be a knockback with a slow into DJ Flex. Trying to see if he can run him down, but it's gonna be DJ breaking out of those roots together with a pet ability. The Master's Call in order to be able to give himself a little bit of that freedom from control. Gonna be mad missiles on DJ, actually super low. Gonna be, oh my god, I don't even know what killed DJ. The man didn't even have a second to press turtle shell. Oh, alrighty. Seamark popping off the bat. I'm not even sure, to be honest. What killed that man? Gonna be fire breath by last evoker, trying to see if he can go for big damage with Seamark. Eternity Surge to follow, knocking back the evoker, and is looking for a bit of a reset himself. Gonna be last, full mastery, got him some big mobility. Disintegrates are gonna be able to slow down Seamark and rip him apart little by little. Big poly onto the dragon, as it's gonna be actually a trinket out of last, trying to get aggressive here, chasing after Seamark. Big beam, and Seamark trying to see if he can potentially break the distance. Evokers have a 25-yard range with their casting ability. But that means abilities like Disintegrate and Cast can literally be outranged by other ranged that have a 40-yard range to them. Gonna be last with a big shatter towards Seamark, trying to go for a bit of Disintegrate with a deep breath to follow. Seamark does get to dodge it, and it's actually sent Seamark. Last evoker try to see if he can drop Seamark, because Seamark gains himself a little bit of an immunity. If you get it, try to interrupt a caster with running one of the new PvP talents, I think Premonition, where if you try to juke, if you juke a kick, you get more haste, immune to CC, and it shows big arcade. Oh my god, this man just went bowling. Double bowling bowls over at last evoker into a barrage. Whittle him down, chipped away at him little by little by little. Gonna be breath onto Daddy Suit with a Nova right after. So we're trying to make sure that this rogue does not go anywhere at all. Big arcade search full potential, could be a Cloak of Shadows. Immediately Cloak of Shadows for Daddy Swift. Seeing cooldowns on Seamark. Arcane Orb doesn't quite clip him, picking up the eyes. This is good to find the rogue. Gonna be the rogue right on top of Seamark. Trinket to follow. Seamark got himself the ultimate time, breaking away from Daddy Suit. It's gonna be a mat. Oh my god, what is the damage? Oh, this man is dead. Oh, Jesus Christ. Arcane Mage. Do you even need anybody on that team? I don't think so. Seamark may have to go for an ice. Oh god, as a double Shadow Strike comes. Oh, not a Shadow Strike. Double ambush comes out for Linthania. My goodness, is going to try to go for a little bit of the Shadow Strike build. Oh, not, I keep saying Shadow Strike, but it's an ambush. Oh, that's so weird. How about out the rogue with an ambush without has animation with Shadow Strike is going to be so wrong. I was going to block, but he doubled ambush proc. Yeah. Double ambush is pretty nutty right now. Okay, as well, Linthanium does get himself a Cloak of Shadows really early on with a port for Reverence, trying to see if he can break up from the rogue. While that Cloak of Shadows immunity is up, definitely wants to make sure he has himself the Succubus in order to veer the rogue away with a cannonball loaded up already. As Linthania trying to continue the pressure, going to be getting shot onto the Reverence. That's getting himself double ambush right here. Lots of common points are getting spent or built up real quickly. Trying to see if he can get himself a little bit more damage. Big position to follow with double ambush yet again. Interrupted him on fire, but it's going to be a shadowy port to put the rogue away. He's going to back up out of there for just a second. Reverence under ton of pressure still. Maybe Linthania can get low enough. Maybe the next stun could be deadly. It's going to be Succubus CC with a trigger to follow. Mortal available for Reverence in just mere seconds. If the man can survive, he doesn't use Dark Pact. Needs to use Dark Pact immediately. Mortal Dark Pact the last second. Doesn't have himself any more instant cast versus Linthania. The man had a Dark Pact for a second there. Gonna be a Shadow Step into for the rogue with ambushes. Oh! Are you kidding me? The one went dance. He went, man, literally went Shadow Dance, just ambushing the Warlock down. That is incredible. There it is. Oh my god. That is a lot of damage. That is a ton of damage. But he does take him down. Who's up next is going to be potentially Dally on that team. Looks like he's looking at Fang. And Fang, hopefully... Again, we had to have two Fangs. Look at this. We got Fang, Lerons. As we got Fang, Clone. You guys are brothers, man. Both Xanda. Both have a similar-ish Mog. I mean, there's no way they're not brothers, man. There's got to be something going on here. What is this? I kind of want to watch those two fight each other. Gonna be big pistol shots ripping right through Fang with a blind as he sees Fang going for some cool death. This is going to be Linthania with a blind shot to reset. Trinket is going to help him break out of that blind. Linthania may be in a bit of trouble. I don't know if they have a disarm for Fang at all anymore. Fang leaping away, trying to charge back in, but the grappler comes out for the rogue. He's able to separate. Doesn't even get a shot. Disarm to follow. Fang trying to give himself a little bit more health to work with. Big bleed onto Linthania. Do go for a kidney shot. That's going to be Shadow Strike. Oh, Shadow Strikes ambushes back to back, but doesn't quite break through Fang immediately. Stormbolt to follow. Does go for cheap shot onto Fang to establish more control. Actually, that control middle ability from middle. Oh! Linthania does let him get it. I don't even know what killed the guy. What was that? Linthania! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this Outlaw Rogue. Literally a sub-rogue, man. They got Shadow Dance and everything. Cheap shots too, everything. You're gonna be tricky for Dally with a full dots on Linthania. Maybe they can go Cloak of Shadows. I don't think they can really remove those bleeds easily. It's gonna try to go for a couple ambushes for Dally, but without a cheat death, man, it's just dead. It's just over. With the other Fang jumping in. before Dali can go for a bit of a reset. Full burst, try to put bleeds on him. Big bleeds are up. Dali could be in trouble still. Does go for a blind, but then breaks it immediately. It was super unfortunate. And that's gonna be that out of the rogue. Oh my god, 3, but I'll see when it popped off too. Oh my god, that was a hell of a duel. My goodness. And that's CyberPowerPC's team missing a guy too. My god. Let's get ourselves another duel going, boys. Yeah, that was a quick one, man. Let's get another one. Man, that rogue set looks so good. Oh, I gotta get it, dude. I want to work on it tonight. I want to work on that thing tonight. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. How are people getting it right now? What's it? Just choose? Shuffle? Somebody got a couple pieces from Shuffle. Shuffle? I see a lot of people doing Shuffle. Maybe Shuffle is the way to go. Need one. CyberPowerPC is on Romas. If you guys want to find the group, they're going to be over in the Legacy Raid section. Needs 2 for Team CyberPowerPC. We're not playing until we ban rogues. Chat. Do we ban rogues? I'd rather play until we ban rogues. Chat. Do we look? You both are literally on the same server. Are you kidding me? You guys are brothers, right? Has to be, man. Has to be fake. Get his brother out of here. Jesus Christ, look at you. Oh my god. Like they're similar, but they're different. I love the thing you did with the hammer. One light, one dark, and then you got the classic double guitar axes. No. This is a poster, by the way. Oh my god. This is a clone. WCBM and Hunters today do decent. Yo, Marks apparently could do pretty well. I don't know if they're popular for arenas or anything, but I know that they could do quite cheesy stuff, honestly. They could definitely just do cheesy stuff. Mini V, I like that. Chat. Question. Do we ban rogues, yes or no? Do we ban rogues for the night? Yes or no? I'll let you guys decide. Because yesterday EU did a hard ban on rogues. No rogues. Because rogues are not really good and they basically don't let other classes play at all. So I'll let the chat decide this one. Last saying yes. Because if we do ban rogues, we'll just get a more variety of classes. And if you guys are rogues, you can come on alts. Rogues are doing great plays. Can Horde and Alliance join both? Only people that want rogues and are rogues. You guys are exposing yourselves, all you rogues. Even if you don't play a rogue, you sickly are. Exposing yourself. What a self-report that is. No summer assassin, like watching Outlaw. I kind of agree with you on that one. I feel like Outlaw does not have a one-shot per se, but I don't know. My rogue is my only DPS giver too. Yeah, I understand that. I understand. It's not like I hate rogue players. I just want to give everybody an opportunity to play the game. And if rogues, let's say, are, you know, if rogues, because right now they are getting nerfed for a reason because there's very little counterplay. And if rogues are in that kind of position where there's a very little counterplay to that class, yesterday, again, like I wouldn't be suggesting it unless we did that yesterday on EU. Because yesterday we had rogues, we were letting Gloosh play, and then someone in the chat was like, hey, how about we don't know rogues? And we tried it, it was really fun. A lot more classes have the ability to play the game. As soon as you took the rogues out of the equation. So, we may... I'm not against the idea, is all I'm saying. Frost DK is a religion. I'd love to see some Frost DK in here. Speaking about Frost Death Knights, where's my man Chill Pills? Where's that guy at? What's even better right now, MM or BM? That's a great question. I'm gonna pass it on to CyberPowerPC. Maybe he'll probably have a better idea than I do. CyberPowerPC, what have you seen do better in your time playing? Not what's meta, just what have you seen so far? MM. That was pretty good. Not even close. Early. We ban rogues, ban warriors. Well, if I start banning rogues and then ban warriors, I guess I'm not trying to make it like a totem pole type of deal. I'm just trying to, like, you know, just adjust it so it's more entertaining to watch. So Twitch, you know what I mean? But I understand. Not everybody's gonna be happy or unhappy. But yeah, Twitch. I don't know if I've done it or not. CyberPowerPC gonna be out for the team 1 versus Daddy Swift as a rogue. It's gonna take everything for CyberPowerPC to try to overcome this assassination rogue in the arena. Got himself a bit of shift and power with a blink. Try to go for blinks while he has shift and power in order to maybe give him a little bit of an AoE out for the rogue, but the rogue does hit him with a sap. Bred by CyberPowerPC. As Rogue does a very soft open trick and immediately try to go for some damage. Potentially could be easy. Icebox for Seawork does himself all the time. Does he just use it? I think he still may have to go for an Icebox. Gonna be clock shots for the Rogue really early. As Seawork is still bleeding out profusely. Trying to go with an ult time together with a Temple to give himself a little bit more healing. Big burst out of the Rogue. Does have a trinket. Maybe a barrage will be enough here. Cheat death for the Rogue. And Seawork is actually melting. Does still have to go for an Ice Block. My goodness, always been able to do is just delay that dot damage, but I feel like maybe at this point, if you are gonna have to use that big defensive anyway, you might as well use Ice Block immediately versus a Rogue, especially when they got all that damage rolling in on you. Missiles to follow. Fang leaping in after the Archmage. Got himself plenty of mobility with an Invis, with a Ring of Frost, trying to maybe go for a bit of recovery. He is. He's gonna set himself up a little. Don't touch your circle. Don't go over here or freeze. It's gonna be Seawork trying to go for a bit of shifting power, trying to get himself a little bit of health. Fang barely touched the circle. He barely got his tippy toe over the edge. Oh my god, big damage out of the Archmage pretty immediately on Fang with a reflect, but the man is still taking a bit of damage. Got himself a little bit of that cascading, erupting AoE damage as well. Gonna be Seawork trying to see if he can bank up a little bit more missiles on there all the time in case Fang gets aggressive, but the man, you're just trying to go for a reset. I think Fang trying to see maybe get himself second win in order to give himself freebie healing. But he does need to be out of combat in order to do the big knockup as he goes in for a leap, stopping him halfway through on his mobility. Big bowling balls rolling in, second bowling ball right after him. Again, Fang trying to get himself a little bit of out of the arena. Oh, big burst. Oh, breath right after. Does himself a defensive in range shed. Is it going to be enough though? As Fang has to unleash the raw cardinal energy of a Fury Warrior right then and there. Had to get kind of hyper aggressive. But still trying to see if he can potentially get away. And then goes that a second win, man. As soon as he gets himself out of the damage, out of combat for just a moment, second win starts letting him recuperate a little bit of health bit by bit. Gonna be a corner call by Seawork. Does hit him with a fear. It's Fang trying to see if he can mitigate some of the touch and matter damage. Gonna be an intro, but gets get juked out. Freebie casting for Seawork. Can he potentially just maximize damage here? Gonna be the all the time with arcane missiles. Big damage out of Fang. Trying to see if he can maximize some output. Knockback by Seawork. Taking a bit of damage. Stormbolt as he does go on for a pre-blink with the trinket to follow him. Fang out in the open, does get himself a little bit of that reflect. Gonna be Ring of Frost, but did put in some pressure into the mage. Seawork, the mage looking for recovery, but Fang, I think he's gonna go for recovery of his own. Second win, just letting him gain all that health back. So Seawork will have to stay aggressive. He can't go for a full proper reset. He has to stay on top of Fang, denying him any kind of bonus healing. Quick breath with the poly as the mage back it up out of there for just a second. We are hitting that 3-minute mark at this point, so dampening starting to slowly but surely ramp up a little bit here, boys. As Fang is gonna mount up. Better to stay mounted. That actually is a pretty good strategy. If you can play it against a mobile class, mount up behind the arena so at least you can cover that gap. So you can close that gap without having to spend mobility. So when you know Seawork tries blinking around and porting back and forth and using all the time and everything, then you have leaps and charges for those. Gonna be reflect as Fang realizes it's gonna be a lot of damage. All the time is up for Seawork with the Radiant Spark to follow. Big damage output. Fang trying to see if he can mitigate it. Gonna be massive blast. Oh my god, does he have a barrage to end it? Oh my god, that was insane amount of damage. The man was just melting there. Jesus Christ, those arcane blasts are brutal. And with that Kyrian, whew, that is a lot of damage. My goodness. My god. DJ Flex is going to be out here next. Last time DJ and Seawork squared off, DJ was able to shut down Seawork quite handily. Though, the other duel, Seawork was able to just blast out DJ before he had himself a go. So Seawork walking into this duel somewhat behind on cooldowns, at least offensively, so maybe they'll give DJ an opportunity to get a breather. Does go for awesome big damage in the opener versus Seawork, but that all the time does let him play it super safe into a temporal. Is going to give him a bit of recovery, 21% dampening, so better watch your health. Double orb is going to be DJ, got a low in health, big execute, got himself a bit more health to work with. Definitely will need to use turtle at some point. Ice block for Seawork, looking for full recovery as DJ throws down a flare. Most likely is going to put a bunch of traps around Seawork, isn't he? If he's very careful placing traps wherever Seawork may blink, could potentially be good. He's going to be tricked out of a scatter shot as Seawork trying not to get control. It's going to be shit power to follow. Probably interrupted. Breath. Has a polymorph. Has a trinket. Could potentially be tricked out of DJ Flex. Does go for an over in the pet. Pet can go back to DJ to help him out. Going to be big damage for DJ. He's going to try to see if he can back up out of there. Missiles to follow. Still under a ton of pressure. Turtle shell before Seawork can port back over and maybe go for a big barrage. Double arcade orb. Has himself lots of pressure. Lots of damage at the ready. Radiant Spark to follow. Does himself a big ghost stone onto Seawork. Radiant Spark I think does connect maybe. I'm not even sure. Potentially. is going to try to go for a big barrage. Mad damage. DJ in that execute range. See if it does step into a steel trap, but it's going to be able to port it around. Ooh, DJ, you're just dead. Unless, you're dead. Is it going to be enough? Freeze trap. Remaining bandages. Try to see maybe you can bait Seawork in there. Barrage. Oh, the barrage. That range execute. He just needs to curve around like that one wanted move with curving bullets. You basically just got to curve a barrage. Knock back into Litania. It's going to put him on ice. Chicken for Litania. Seawork is under trying to pressure the man. Got nothing left. Nothing in the tank. Trying to see if he can survive it. I think he may be over with a kidney shot. Litania is not going to give him a break. The Outlaw Rogue just was able to catch him while he is low out of cooldowns. Lock him down. Quick shift in the side. Just hit him he just hit him like out of the prison style, man. Just shaked him in the side with our big old axe. It took the sharp point of that. My goodness. Val gonna be next as a Retribution Paladin. Can an Outlaw Rogue battle a Retribution Paladin? Because previously, Outlaw Rogues generally do pretty bad against plate classes. However, ambushes do proc you if you build it right. Find weakness, letting you bypass 15% of the armor, which is much, much better for Outlaw than before. And it looks like Litania is able to bypass that armor fairly handily. Quick gouge of Val, but it's going to try to see if he can back up out of there. May not be the worst idea to stay kind of next to Val. It's going to be a Shadow Step to try to see if he can get himself a proper go with a Cloak of Shadows. Val does jump down to 1 health, and the man does not panic, just presses bubble, and Calm starts walking towards Litania to ask him about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Going to be a big final wreck. I don't think he hit Litania at all, though. And he's gonna have to go for a little bit of self-healing. But the man got nothing in the tank right now. Maybe down for the count. Litania with a pistol shot. Get a shot. Ambush. Does get himself to find weakness. It's gonna be Blade Rush towards Valor. He just needs a bit more Saber Slashes and he's good to go. Or Sinister Strikes. Used to be called Saber Slashes back in the day. Fang charging out towards Litania. No more trick available for the Rogue. Does go for Disarm. May have to play it very, 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 very carefully. He's gonna go for Feign Death and try to spin around the pillar. Backing up away from Feign Clone. Can Litania do it here though? Trying to see if you can potentially break past Fang. Getting a couple of those Sinister Strikes in there. Through the wall, or auto attacks rather. Fang trying to see, again, literally just getting hit by the Rogue. The auto attacks didn't work. The poisons keep constantly reapplying. That is, I feel like they're really gonna fix that whole line of sight arena thing. I'm pretty sure they did it for like PvE purposes so that classes can actually still hit stuff. So they're more consistent, so there's no line of sight with auto attacks. But man, I mean, it's just really cheesy. Look at that. He just keeps getting attacked and poisoned. Like, that's gotta be infuriating, man. Gotta be infuriating. Gonna be a stun onto Fang with ambush. Gonna be a trinket. This is trying to see if he can reverse the damage onto Litania out of left field with an evasion by the Rogue. Does Fang have a Stormbolt to follow? Does go for Disarm versus Rogue. Has himself an evasion for a little bit longer. But skipping up with a Disarm onto the Warrior. Does Litania have any bursts to follow? Does not have a stun, I think, for a while. Gonna be big defenses for Fang. This is where the Rogue with a kidney shot. It's gonna be, I think, a short kidney shot with advantage right after. Leaping right on top of the Rogue. Does he know he's there? It's gonna be double the damage for the Rogue. He's trying to go for those ships. With the pistol shots right after. Stormbolt. Litania may just go down to the execute here. Do they go down? Gouge the last second. Somehow he's able to break away. What is this Rogue out here? How is he doing it? Trying to see if he gives himself a bit of a reset. Does go for a reheal. With a sipping up blind to control Fang. Does he have himself a proper kidney shot? Next Stormbolt could be very, very deadly. Trying to build some calm points. Kidney shot. Is that going to be him taken down? Oh, double ambush. Down goes. My goodness. He does have a little bit of pressure, Litania. Let's go. My goodness. That's a Rogue trying to see if he can veer away. Doesn't know where Dali's at. One of them may have to pick up eyes. Maybe Dali having to pick up eyes here. Because if he can pick up eyes, he could potentially find Litania. Should know where they're at. Should see him skulking behind the pillar. Litania is given an opportunity to at least go behind the pillar, catch himself a bit of a sippy cup. And Dali, Shadow stepped on, cheap shot by Litania, going to be immediate trigger for Dali, could potentially be disarmed, does go for a disarm. Blind by Dali, as he's committing quite a lot of cooldowns with advantage to follow. Into a kidney shot. Litania does have a trinket for it. Is going to go for a trinket as full dots around him. Cloak of Shadows up for Dali with an evasion. Litania can potentially go for a cheap shot. Definitely needs to go for a bit of survivability healing here. But once the dots are on ya, that's it. You're just dead. You're marked for death. You're death marked. And you're done. There's nothing that's going to happen. You can't really get out of there. Gonna be Tree Hugger up next with a maim onto Dali. Got himself full bleeds to follow. Maybe potentially a big bite. No, just gonna put some dots and walk away from the guy. Let him just melt right down. The man is just gonna go down. With Jazz gonna be the last one over for the team 2 as the Shadow Priest trying to see if he can potentially blast out Tree. And it's gonna be a full burst available. That's gonna give himself Ascendance. full dark aesthetics with a wall available for 3. Does go for a quick fear. It's going to be a stun with a mind bender. Massive mind games. Huge burst of the tree. The man is going to be going down in just a moment. My goodness. Yeah, Shadow over death. So he needs one Shadow over death. Stun on the Jags. Maybe another. Oh, spikes to follow. Just absolutely spike his brain. My goodness. There it is. Then with 3. I think Seamark had a couple of games there. A couple of kills there too, right? My god, them rogues are right now nutty, huh? Them rogues are nutty. Let's get ourselves another one going here, boys. Yeah? Yeah, I'm done. No. Okay, we might have to just have somebody take it over from Bo. Oh my goodness. Could you go? I'm so done for the night. Okay. Let's do a couple of games chat without rogues. Let's try doing a couple of games, no rogues. Get your ults. Get everybody else that you want, but no rogues. We'll try getting a couple of games here. We'll do what we did yesterday for EU. No rogues. We'll see how it goes, man. Maybe it'll give other classes a bit more of a breather. Maybe not. Who knows, honestly. But Seawork is done. I feel like Mo is also done looking for groups. So I may need some help looking for a group, boys. I may need some help looking for more groups. We'll try to see if we can put some together. Let's get some games in. No rogues. I'll start one. We'll see if we can fill up a group. If someone wants to help me out, fill up a group to it. List yourselves in legacy raids. No rogues. Don't want to see rogues. Rogues are banned for the night. Need one more? Fang is here? Okay. No rogues for the night. So we may have to reform. Oops. Come on the face. I'll talk to a priest. I'll make a group. Sure, go for it, my guy. Go for it. Kick them. It's all good. Yo, anybody on Team Seawork, you guys want to join me? I made a group right here for 5v5. Looks like Fang has a second group available as well. I think still listed, right? Yes, so we have me and Matukes making a second group apparently. Hold on, Matukes apparently has a second group? Yo, Matukes, my man, get in here. I got you. Yo, rogues are fighting really boring. It's not. So I personally don't really care much about rogues playing, but yesterday I recognized that yeah, rogues are just, at least Glue specifically, were super dominant. You know what I mean? Super dominant in 5v5 1v1 duels. Like once Glue goes out there, there's no one that stands up to him yesterday in EU. So the chat suggested, hey, how about we like have rogues set out for a couple of games? So we tried it, and it gave everybody else a breathing room. So I want to try doing the same. I want to try giving everybody else a breathing room as well for these duels. So no rogues. Want to hop on Ultimate, well, welcome to him. But no rogues, at least for now. But yeah, let's just try it. Well, maybe it'll work out well. Maybe it won't at all, but we'll see. Yeah, that's the important part. Just try it, give it a go. We'll see how it works. All that stuff. You know what I mean? What's can I invite here potentially? Ash, does he join those often? Because some of these guys are guildies. Beat, by chance, want to join in? Hey, Beat. 5v5 1 duels this evening. Would you be interested in joining some? Let me see if Beat wants in. Fang, let me know how many dudes you got in your group, yeah? Bombshell? The PvP gear but yellow? Okay, go for it, my guy. I don't know if you have any honor points, but if you have any honor, at least get yourself a double trinket, yeah? Might not be a bad idea. Boom as a monkus in Valdraken. Does he join? Does he do duels? Because I know there's a different boom. There's two moves that I know. Big Mo, we have 5. Okay, so we do have. So we need only one team to be put together. So we need my team to get a 5-man, but we have one team already ready with Mo. No rogues on that team. So we need a couple of more boys to join my team, and we'll be good to go. Sure. Okay, I'll get Beat in here because the man said yay. Yeah. Let me see. Hey, Boom. Hosting some 5v5 1v1 duels this evening. Would you be interested in joining some? The group is listed over in the Raids Legacy, boys. If you go to Raids Legacy, Alliance on the Horde, I'm more than welcome to join. We got it in Raids Legacy so that we can use that cross-faction feature. See, you boys can all join in. No rogues. But any other class, you are more than welcome to. Warriors, you're in. Shamans, you're in. Chicago, where's my man Chicago, by the way? That is classism, so surely Rose doesn't deserve that kind of hate. Smiling face, I have to get out of here though, my guy. Try to cancel me right then and there, dude. What the hell? Who else can I get in? Spart? What are you doing, Motherload? Hold on, let me ask Sparty what's doing. Hey, Spart. Hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels this evening. No rogues. Want in? You interested? Question mark. It was either a muddle load. What the hell? ONYXIA is going to be amazing. Teemo is getting nerfed to reset. A little bit, yeah. Not in terms of damage, but survivability definitely is going to impact them. Duster's getting some buffs in there. I'm gonna level my demo next time I violin rogues, tired of them. Wow, we're doing no rogue games. If you want back in on your warrior, no rogue games. So if you want in, my guy, you're more than welcome to him. But that's my business story. Okay, all good, all good. All good. All G, friend. Sparta isn't in. Arcanite is in the EU. I don't remember if Ash joined Duels ever. I never got a rogue, Casper. Shaman. Chicago, you level it? You just get into the game? Oh my goodness. Does CJ play Duels normally? I don't remember. I know he doesn't. Dark Knight? Also rogue. Daylight? Pragma? Wait, does Daylight end with a join in? Hold on. Hey Daylight. Hosting some 5v1 duels this evening. Would you be interested in joining in by chance? Again, if you guys want to join in, we have a group over in the Raids Legacy. I'm trying to see if I can put them together. Third Crag, not Kragar, Kragma. Close up. Close up. Dark Knight is a rogue. Seawork is Arena. Destro is... Wait, Destro you? He's in Myth Plus. I'm trying not to Quinrat? Is he playing right now? Frumpy? Frumpty? Who's Frumpty again? Is that Frumpy? Oh, it might be Frumpy. Kragma? Yeah, you're in, guy. We need one more chat. ONYXIA will be good to go. Jay's on? Yo, me and Jay gotta get some Mythic Pluses together, man. Jardis is an Arena. I just had Jardis, Kalari, Kargath. Leveling, okay. Rogue. Kevin, already in, I think. Oh wait, Kevin, do you have an ult? Because you're rogue. Oh, Kraken, does he want to join in? Hey, Kraken. Hosting some 5v5 1v1 duels this evening. You interested? BDK? Oh, he's swapping over to another guy? I'm gonna switch? Okay, okay. I'm gonna get beat over here. Convert to raid, get beat on here. Are you coming on the rogue beat? Were you potentially? I wanna see what you're cupping on. Beat man? Paladin? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. So we need for this group, we have a 5-man. We need ONYXIA to be good to go. We need ONYXIA to be good to go, chat. Let's see. I'm main assassins instead of Pally. Fair enough, fair enough. How you liking it, by the way? Assassin looks really, really good right now, doesn't it? Kraken. I'm gonna be cranking out Mythic tonight, thanks to... Okay, all G friend. All good, my guy. Appreciate you for responding. We need ONYXIA still chat. Lemoons does not actually PvP. Landis? Landis. Does he potentially want to join in for something? Landis. Hey, Landis. Would... Wait. Oh, okay, I can't spell apparently. Five on one duels this evening. Interested in joining some? It's a ton of fun. Not used to being squishy. Yeah, I feel you in that. Yeah, rogues we are a kind of squishy class. We don't care if they have a rogue. I want to try doing no rogue games. I think this would be really, really fun, man. I think this would be really, really fun. Linus, I could always ask Linus. Prox, Troll Druid. Oh, he's on EU. Nemi? Oh, Nemi. Oh, wait. I could ask Nemi. Hey, Nemi. Nemi. Hosting some 5V5 1v1 Duels this evening. You interested in joining some? Also, CB Zeus. Where did my man CB Zeus at, by the way? Hosting some now. The new bus under already on? No, it's gonna be next user reset, so next week. That's next week, boys. Next week. Yeah. Where is CB Zeus? Where did I have CB Zeus added here? I want to get him back in here if I can. CB Zeus, where are you? CB Zeus, where are you? Wait, Rev. No rogues this match. Get in here. Wait, I'm gonna let Rev know. No rogues this match. About the more RPGs. Okay, all good, friend. Let's see. Nemi. Hey, mate. I'll come. Okay. One spot just for you. All right, invite. Why did I have to have both of you just whisper me at the same time? I was thinking, oh my god, I'm just whispering you guys in here. Friday for EU and SAT for NA. I see that on my way. All right. Nemi, Rev, I love you. Rev responded just a hair earlier than you. I was just whispering to everybody. I want to give Rev a chance to join in. Hope you understand. Hope you understand. Hope you understand. I love seeing the distro, man. I love seeing the distro arenas. I want to get Nemi in because I did ask him to swap it over on a character. Ooh, but we'll have a whole night to play duels, man. What about Arms Warrior? Hi, what's up, Damien? They are getting buffed up. I don't know how much of a buff they're gonna have. Yeah, Rev, I'll get you in. I don't know if he's in chat or not. I was hoping maybe he would be. Does this say right Nemi? No, the right Nemi. Why is Manchuk's dead? What happened? Did it fall off your Drake and Azure span? Yono, answer me, okay? Dal, what? I can contact you with chill pills. I need to learn her game style. Chill pills is like I mean, you could ask chill pills in Discord, I guess. Yeah, or you just whisper him in game. I'm sure he's like around once in a while. But he is in Discord all the time. We have like a role section in Discord for like champions. This is the people that do like 1v5s and duels and all that. But yeah, Nemi, are you joining or no? Nemi, I'll give you like a minute. Otherwise, I'll get Robinson. Because we got a guy. I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to make these boys wait for too long. Hi, what's up, Bessie? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. The exact picture of me killing Demon Hunter every time I try to PvP. Anybody who plays Demon Hunter is garbage of the game. Robert, that's a shot at all the Demon Hunters around the world, man. You know what? They would be really upset if they could read what you were saying, but at least Demon Hunters are blind and they can't see your message. You know what I mean? They would be very, very upset if they couldn't even read your message because they literally blinded themselves with a fell. I should have just said it. They would be upset if they could even read it. If they could read that, they'd be very, very upset. That's Simpsons meme. Oh man, that's Scooby-Doo fan. Scooby Fun? What do you mean? Listeners already on? No, that's later. That's a little bit later. Scooby Fun? I don't know what Scooby is. This should be like Scooby-Doo Cleave. Rogue Mage, Rogue DK? I remember you pretty good. I am ready to join, but could you see you guys in custom groups? We listed in Raids Legacy. It doesn't let me do much for some reason, Demi. Wait, are you EU? Did I mess it up by accident? Oh, I made a mistake. Oh boy, I made a mistake. For some, my dumb brain thought you were an A. I am so sorry, fam. Rev, you're in. My brain is stupid. I did not. You know what? I'm gonna go with an excuse. Who of you has to manage EU and NA Real ID? Who here manages both? Maybe some of you to a certain degree. Maybe when you have me added on Real ID or a couple of your friends or whatever. But like, most people just play with people in the region. I have both. And my brain looked at Nami and was like, so you can pull it up. Looked at Nami's name and was like, what is that? Nemi. Oh, cool. Nemi ready. Oh, this button is not this grayed out button. It has a little lion on there. Doable. No, it's still grayed out. It just looks a little less grayed out than this, but it still is a different region. So my brain just like looked at it, was like, it's different than this one. I guess it's good enough. Yeah, good, Nemi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry again, fam. Nemi, I love you. I always love having you in duels. All right, I'm gonna make Reverence lead for this one. Let me also delist you boys, get it out of here. Give you guys a couple of games you can do back to back. Kragma, hopefully you come back alive in just a minute here because we're ready to queue you boys up. Invite spectator match. Sorry about that, boys. We got some duels up and running though. Reverence in here as well as Big Mo. Big Mo. 5. Where throw you guys into? Dalaran sewers maybe? No. Let's do a hook point. I like me some hook point. But we'll get a variety of games in here. I'm 37 I'm gonna die fast. I mean, if you go and do that CyberPowerPC one-shot thing, I think you probably could do quite a bit of damage before we get down, I imagine. Just add notes, lol. You're still the man though, bro. Appreciate you, Gregory. Appreciate you, my man. Yeah, I do add notes. I try to keep up with notes, but I do forget. I am a man. And I have flaws. My flaw is my brain don't work so good. Like, it's not like a medical issue. I'm just stupid. You know what I mean? I just don't pay attention. That's my biggest. I'm a little aloof, some may say. So yeah, I tried to do my best, but that's the best. This is the best. This is me doing best, chat. I got my revenge kill. I'm good. Hey, let's go. Let's go, boys. Yeah, I'm stupid dumb. If you want to second demon hunter and plus who hasn't put up if it's more like Big Sag, Jake, you don't gotta bully him like that. You don't gotta bully him, although steal your succubus, you know what I mean? Mr. Steal your girl over there, you know what I mean? Mr. Eat your girl, literally. Here we go. So far the duels have been pretty fun though, but without rogues, I do wonder where this is gonna go. Rogues have been banned. No more rogues, not allowed. Switch. Got ourselves together with a Beatman gonna be for, oh wait, no, oh, maybe what? Should I just say, wait, maybe no? Val was already ready to fight him, but Beatman was like, I'm out, oh, I'm backing up. I think maybe he's like, you know what, I don't want to do Pala. Or maybe he's like, oh, wait, I'm actually not first. But it's going to be a Beatman on that team. We got Blomsha as well. Kragma on that team together with Surakas as a monk as well as Reverence. This is Machooks. Surakas. I'm sure there's like a way to say it properly. I'm going to call you Sura. Just to make it easy, Sura gonna be a quick in cap onto Val, trying to see if we can pin him down with Electric to follow. Get himself a bit of that Night Ray. Massive Burst, gonna be Val with the Blessing Protection. Just doesn't even know if I want to find out if there's gonna be a strike of the Windler waiting for him at the end of that road. It's gonna be Sura trying to see if he can back up out of the kill. It'll be a full Hodge with a trick to follow. And Sura trying to see if he can back away for just a moment. Judgment flying in. Sura trying to see if he can close that gap, rolling over with a big jab. Does get hit with a slow, so it's gonna slow down the Monk's approach quite a bit. Does Sura back up out of there and reset? Looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Val looking for a bit of a reset of their own. I think now that they baited out and shrink it out of Sura, potentially this could be a monk down for the count. This way Sura, limited one they can do. No more blessing protection for Val. This way you want to make a big play. Blind by the Paladin. Doesn't go for damage. Looks like playing very defensive. Might not be the play here. I think waiting for a Hodge. And Sura trying to see if he can close that gap. Does get himself some movement speed. Zuwen at the ready. There's a perfect opportunity to make some plays. Karma to follow. Val cannot really respond properly. Going to be a stun. Does he have a big go? Going to be a final record right next to Sura with a big wake of ashes. Is it going to be enough though? Does fight through a Karma. Sura trying to see if he can go for a little bit of self-healing with backup. Going to be a bit of a battle match chicken for Var, but it's going to be a trinket to follow. Shield Avengers is going to pop back, and Sura does himself a defensive. May not be enough to barely in health. I think goes down here. Oh my god. Literally an auto attack took him down to the end. Is it Blomsh or is it Kragman up next? Looks like both. But it's going to be Bubble out of Val. I think they're trying to figure out who's going to be first, who's going to be next. I think Blomsh thought he was going to be first. But I guess at least the Paladin did die immediately. So there's a good chance he could have maybe bubbled the Feral anyway. Because that was a Convoke. But it's a good idea to double check to make sure you guys got all your wait, what the hell? Why is Beatman picking up the eyes? No, Beatman, you don't gotta do that. Why? Are you trying to give Kragman opportunity so that Valor's gonna have a hard time CCing you? Is that what's going on? Or is he just trying to find a better angle, just do it by accident? Or quote unquote accidental? Kragman trying to see if he can potentially back up out of there versus Val. He's gonna have to go for a full set of dots on the Paladin in order to hopefully rot him down. As Var trying to go for a little bit of a self-heal to follow. Kragman charging in. The Consecration doesn't break any kind of stealth, so not letting the Feral really get a proper approach. But the Feral is going to have to ramp up anyway. Going to be full Berserk. Trinket available in case they want to do it. Val with a big final wreck. Judgments to follow. Do they have a stun right after? Convoke. Perfect time to stun and potentially Trinket for Kragman. Is going to have emergency healing rolling in with a Trinket, with a Barks and everything to follow. It's going to be a lot of damage taken. Battle Match Trinket, everything. The man is under a ton of pressure. Var going in with a big old swing, trying to see if he can cleave down the Feral Druid. Throwing in a judgment from the Divine Toll ability. Just free judgments. Rocking in little by little. Building up that holy power. Putting that debuff onto Kragman. Making every single of the holy ability a little bit more deadly. As Kragman does try to see if he can go for another opener. But the Consecration singeing the Feral's toes. Denying him the proper rake stun. Which is going to put him a little bit behind when it comes to his overall damage output. Getting those bleed openers. Big stocks right now for Feral. Massive output. It's going to be a bit of a standstill. Var, does he have any cooldowns here? Going to be a stun by the Feral Druid as he goes in for Feral Frenzy. Var shouldn't have too much of a trouble living to it, but that is going to be a swarm on him. If that's enough of big dots, Var potentially could be a bit of trouble. Does take a lot of sustained damage stun onto Kragman. Is it going to be enough to break through that Barskin main onto Var? Does he have an out right now? Shield defend is the last second. Still super low. Trying to see if he can stand next to Kragman as best as he can. Roar to follow. Does he have a way to close the gap? If he has a way to close the gap, does have a pony up. Kragman could be still in big trouble. Judgment thrown in. One more hammer is necessary. Try to give himself some healing over time. May not be enough. Consecration and auto attacks to the wall do take him down. The man does drop. With Reverence going to be up next. So far, Var has been able to cleave that team down, but Reverence may have to be the man with a plan. Got his succubus out in the open, so he knows as soon as Var goes out of the pillar, he's going to hit him with the quick seduce, pull him away from the pillar. That's exactly what he needs. It's got himself a couple of conflagrations and Shadowburns around the corner. And the fact that the rest of Warlocks are getting buffed up with Incinerate damage, Shadowburn, and Chaos Bolt, I mean, that's going to be valuable, man. 30% more damage on those. Big burst combinations are going to be nutty. With Var trying to see if he can get himself a little bit more survivability behind the pillar. Is it going to be enough, though? Does get himself a bit of that Seraphim. So that's a lot of damage opportunity. Soulfire immediately. As soon as Valor runs out, the succubus is going to put him out in the open. But it's kind of next to a pillar. Chaos Bolt flying in is going to do quite a bit of damage. Not enough to take him down immediately. Bonzafel breaking it. Trying to see if he can potentially put him out in the open. And Var does have that pillar. Being the hook point in the arena, there's quite a lot of pillars. Like these walls are a decent pillar. Going to be reflected for Rev in case there's going to be a Hodge, but a blind came up early. So Val can still go for a full proper stun. Mordecai hits him immediately. Kazbot loaded up as soon as possible. Var trying to see if he can bail behind the pillar. It's going to be quite a bit of damage. Reverence can port right next to him though. Does not have a way to interrupt him since he doesn't play the pet build or instant sacrifice pet for interrupts himself. But it is going to put Val in a better position behind the pillar. As long as he's not out in the open getting blasted by Rev, he's in a good spot. Definitely, Rev is going to have to maximize the value of the chase capability. Instant cast may be saved until later as he does absolutely big damage to Var. And the conflagrations, I mean, they're chipping away at his health quite a bit. Gonna be that Bonzafel, definitely not going to be able to break it. Or does break it. I was thinking for a second, you're just going to hold your ground. Second CC, as he does get put around the corner, is going to go for a trinket. My goodness. You definitely got to get a slow on this paladin as soon as possible. But I think it's really going to come down for Valor to get from behind the pillar. Reverence can chip away at him. But I think Var just wait until maybe he gets himself some bubble, wings potentially, full set of cooldowns, maybe some sauce with those wings. Who knows, honestly. Fought a rogue today, got him out of cons, he vanishes, got him out of blind, he vanishes again, particularly where he could. So, nope, made it out. Some frustrating. I guess rogues? Yeah, I imagine Watha. Rogues, a sub-rogue, right? Yeah, double vanish. Has to be. Dude, remember premeditation? That's basically back in the game. Gonna be a big soul fire with a cannonball. Does Vi pop a defensive here? That's gonna be shield vengeance. Is it gonna be another Mordecall? May have to pop a bubble here. Maybe in trouble unless he goes down. Oh, did have a bubble. Actually, no, apparently used bubble already. Apparently used bubble for something. I'm not really sure what. Apparently already did it. There it is. Wow. That was a lot of damage though. All you had to do is line it up, we get a bubble out of the guy, and then you were good to go. DJ Flex gonna be up next as a survival hunter. Gonna try to see if he can deal with Rev. Succubus out in the open. He's gonna hit him as he's trying to see if he can drop down a trap onto Rev. Casbolt is gonna feign death immediately, reducing the damage of that Casbolt greatly. Trinket for Rev, trying to see if he can catch up to GJ. He just needs to put some dots, and together with Succubus, he may be in a good spot where he could potentially put constant pressure onto DJ. Between the Succubus and between the damage over time, between the fire and cast damage, that could be in a good spot, honestly. Could put him in a fantastic position. Does burn a dark pack really early on. DJ trying to see if he can potentially veer off. Reverend sent him with a fear. Gonna be a trinket. Interrupt onto that soulfire, but the cannonball is scared to cast for free. GJ with a turtle. That's gonna be pretty big defensive. Does pop out of the turtle. That's gonna be important for Rev. Trying to see if he can back away from DJ for the second. Big flank strike. Closing that gap. It's gonna get himself second charge. Lots of damage from the mortal strike, from the monkey's bites to kill shots as well as grenades. Wall for Everett is gonna have a bonza fall breaking on DJ Flex. DJ has plenty of health. Rev will need to use a dark pack at some point. Definitely needs to utilize the Succubus in order to catch DJ on the approach, especially if you can lock him down on some cooldowns. He'll be in a great spot. Try to see if he can view around the corner. You know, more or less knows where the Succubus is at. He's trying to make sure he has that line of sight from this angle, from this wall right here, that big building down there. Gonna be a stun onto Rev, trying to see if he can reposition the Succubus. Big flank and strike. Kill shot. It does eliminate the Warlock with Beatman charging out next. Why is Tree out there? That was BM. I don't think Rev deserved that. That was a bit much. Gonna be Beatman trying to see if he can boss out DJ Flex with a full stun, trying to see if he can take him down. Big cleaves, hammers flying in, scatter shot just in one more. Oh, and the hammer flies in right in the dome, bonking him on the head. Can Beatman potentially come back for his team? Got 3 dudes to burn through. Is it gonna be Tree? Looks like it's not Tree. Looks like it's gonna be Lair up next. Blind, but immediately adaptation comes out. What is that, Mog? Oh, I like those gloves. Wait, the gloves, the glowing fist, that looks good. Weapons, I've seen those before. Those look pretty cool. The Mog with one shoulder only masked up, that actually looks very monk-like. Wait, that looks really, really good. Lexi, but the Beatman does him some big wings. May have to bubble this. It's going to be a bubble. Next order check is going to give him big price. It's going to be full stun onto there. Does he have enough damage? Trying to see if he can blast him out with the consecration, everything available. I think may have not really needed to use the consecration there, but maybe he decided that he wanted to for extra sustain damage? Or actually healing? Potentially? Huh. Gonna be the soothing mist onto Lair. Is it revenge flag? Oh, did he do that in the other game? Okay. If he did that in the other game and that's just a revenge flag, I can kind of understand that. Big hammers. Oh my god. Beatman just absolutely beat that boy down with all them hammers. He threw the entire tool shed at that guy. What the hell? Oh my goodness, Uther would be proud. Gonna be a stun to Beatman as Tree Hugger is gonna be up next. Trying to see if we can give him a bit of a hug, like a meaty hug with the claws sinking into it. You know how the cats when you're petting a cat and they just like attacks your hand? That's basically what Tree's trying to go for. Trying to kind of get next to a Beatman, rub up against him, purr a little bit, and then just attack him, his whole body, just sinking the teeth and claws and everything. Beatman may be in a bit of trouble, maybe blessing protection. Blind last second. Oh, I don't know if there was a DC at the end or whatnot, but he did take a lot of damage there with Tree. Not give him a chance. Bombshell, last one left is a Shadow Place. Does himself a proper go. Gonna be a Shadow Crash versus Tree with a fear. If he has himself the big Mindbender playstyle, he does not, I don't think so. Oh, big bites out of the Feral Druid, just doesn't give him a chance. Alright, there it is. Beatman does come in, does get through it. The Feral does end up capitalizing on that one though. That could have been rough. I think one guy on team 2 didn't even get a chance to play, which is unfortunate. Alrighty, boys, let's get ourselves another one going, yeah? 3 WTF. Dude, they are looking at to buff Pharaoh's bites a little bit. What's up, what's up, man? You want to join in? The 5V5 1V1 DUELS? More than welcome to. More than welcome to if you want to, my guy. Let me know, boys, if you got if you need more people. If you're looking for more groups, let me know and I can help you make some groups together. Let me know if you guys are looking for more. Or if you have 5 men, let me know and we'll be good to go. If you still have all 5 people, let me know. Otherwise, it can help. Just gotta watch the level my ults, fair enough. Some boys in there. Oh, we actually put a ban on rogues for now. Funny enough. We actually have a ban on rogues for a little bit. Somebody's gonna get my main decently good. Yeah, it's a struggle right now. So many fun alts to level, but so many things you could be doing on your main as well. But it's also like not must do either in like SL, but you like wanna do it, you know? Alrighty. Let me know how the groups are going, boys. If you want to list yourselves, let's see LFG. It's still good on my end. Rev, let me know if you're looking for more. I think you may be looking for more here. Okay, he is. Okay, Rev is looking for a +1. Chad, I gotta run to the bathroom real quickly. Restroom break for a second here. Be right back, and we'll get some more games in a little bit. Yeah, BRB. Okay, we're back. That was weird. I almost never take any kind of breaks like this on stream. I think it's like a 5th time ever I've taken like a bathroom break. Sorry about that. And Big Mo. 5. Need one more. Ah, wow. All right, we need one more for my man, Big Mo. Where you listed in, my man? They need help to we need Unomas boys. Fang looking for a +1. Let me see if I can find somebody on my real ID potentially. Maybe. No rogues allowed. Honestly, Matukes. Alrighty, we need Unomas in here. Who can I call upon? Zed just got home, told him come on. Yo, Kevin, hell yeah. Maybe he could join Big Mo. Maybe he could join my man Big Mo in the group. Why you it chilled. It chills. Hosting duels tonight. No rogues this evening. You win? I'm gonna try to see if we can get my man Chill Pills in here as well. Doing them on Praise was Pain. It's all good, my guy. At 1 minute, every someone, any minute, every some money. Man. Why are rogues banned? Rogues are banned because to give all the players a bit of a breather. It's just something we tried yesterday on EU, and it worked well because it gave other classes an opportunity to actually play the game. Because if you haven't noticed, rogues are kind of strong, which isn't a bad thing per se, but they are pretty what you would call beefy, and that makes it hard to play against for a lot of people. So we kind of given them everybody a chance to play by kicking rogues out of the game for tonight. Plus also rogues are one-shotting people together with subtlety and assassination, and there's a little counterplay. That's why they've seen some reductions next week. But yeah. Beautiful. You don't know the mods. Try to see if I can get my man Night King in here. That or we'll get Zed join in the other team. If you guys want to join in, the other team is waiting over in the raids legacy section. Type up, look up in the raids legacy section, type number 5 in the chat on search, and you should be able to join in the team. Got a group listed there as well for Alliance and Horde to join in. Listed in raids legacy so we could get that cross faction goodness usable. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to boys to join in. And yeah, well, it's only string if you know how to play it. It's only strong if you know how to play it. Want to buy a butt to Wog? Yeah, Wog does not really do a lot of healing. I think as a paladin, you have to get more aggressive than defensive. You have to just like commit, and you may have to play different set of talents too. Like where you can stay aggressive while also doing damages, staying kind of defensive at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, is Justicar's Vengeance, I think it's called? It's like that one finisher that they got. Is that worth pressing at all? Like, can that do damage and heal you? Because I think it's supposed to heal for the damage that it does, and if it does a lot of damage, doesn't it also do a lot of healing? Like a twofer. That may be a little bit stronger than just spam Word of Glory. I think, yeah. He's just done that as well. What if I WoW, but because I live in Brazil and the currency is devalued, WoW is not viable? I'm sorry to hear that, Viator. Sorry to hear that, my guy. Yeah, but it's reduced by dampening. A lot of heals are reduced by dampening. That's normal because it's a heal. You mean like a 10% reduction in the very beginning? A lot of the classes are the same way as well. But I think the dampening is a good change, at least for duels. I don't know how it is for arena, but for duels it's good because the game's a little quicker. We don't have super long games where for the first 5 minutes we have no dampening. Or first 3 minutes or whatever. Dampening starting up a little bit earlier does make the group scope faster. It doesn't mean you want to stay aggressive. It does mean the passive play is in fact going to be more punished than active play. Or if you do passive play, you have to be very, 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 very good at it. Very, very, very good at it. Boys, we got ASUS groups are listed over in Raids Legacy. They just need a couple of more boys and they'll be good to go. Just a couple of more boys and they'll be ready. Check them out in Raids Legacy for the Team NA. We'll be good to go. Where's Nick, by the way? Where the hell is Nick? Doesn't he want to join in? Pop off before his class gets nerfed? Potentially? Oh my god. Where is Nick? Is he not online? No, apparently he's not on. Doing other stuff, I guess. But yeah, if we can get Zed Dead in here or my man Showpills or whoever, We'll get a couple more games in. So far, I've been enjoying these games a lot, by the way. We had a lot on the EU. I want to try to see if I can get a lot on NA as well. Had some success with the Red Evoker, Pre-Evoker in 2s. You go in, Seraphim, Blinding Light, both targets. Divine Toll, Bam, Evoker, Breath, and last second stun, continue the Bam. There's a big old Bam 3, huh? This is bamming these boys out of the game. I think it's going to be aggressive, but it won't be 1v5ing at all. I think I could be aggressive, but I won't be 1v5ing. I think you have to get aggressive, because if you kill the other person before they kill you, and then you rotate your defensive cooldowns, I think that's how you have to approach it. I mean, we had Feral Druids and we had Paladins try to be like very, very defensive, but then it's like they'll just rot down to the dampening and then you lose anyway, right? You know, I think you have to change your mentality and strategy compared to previous expansion, where you would just go reset until you have cooldowns and then you go in one shot and then you reset, because you can't really live because dampening is going to catch up to you too quickly. You have to get aggressive, you have to do counter plays, you have to stay aggressive in there and find ways to do damage while also healing yourself, whatever you can in order to mitigate the damage. Maybe try a different set of cooldowns together. Maybe play a very, very sustained focus build for like survivability as well as sustained damage rather than like a burst build. That may end up been a bigger payoff than you think. You know? That might be part of the playstyle. Definitely have yourself like a big go, but then try to see if you can get more sustained damage out, because that can be super helpful. I just realized I didn't get a single stream with Moonwalker Monk and hits the Shaman. Did we not have one last week? I think we had a couple last week. I'm sure when Chicago is back in action, or Wuthras joins the Shaman, I'm sure we'll be able to get some Shamans in here as enhancement or elemental. Yesterday we had Unstoppable Azeli that did pretty well. Woodwalker, they are getting nerfed, so I'm surprised we don't have any Woodwalker except for Matukes. But you have Matukes join in earlier. Census, Rogue, Night Elf, of course, dude, everybody go with Night Elf right now. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Soul's doing arenas. I was gonna say, like, does Soul want to join in? But it's trying to get all these games out of the way. Varus here. Taser and Shadowmoon stuff. Tickle, probably doing some stuff, unless you want to join in. Potentially. TP, Rogue, Unforged, Vampire, maybe. Vampire, does he want to join in? Hey, Vamp. Yeah, hosting some 5v5 1v1 duels this 1v1 duels this evening. Would you be interested in joining in some? And my man Wild Imp already out in the arenas. I can't believe Wednesday has me out in reality. A young man, really? He's playing the game again, huh? Oh, cool. Vampire wants to join in. Okay, group is listed. Raids Legacy as 5v5. Type 5 in the search to find it. Or Dalaran. We got one. Yo, my man, Rev, I think it is. Yeah, Big Mo, maybe? Big Mo, I got you one more, my man. I got you one more coming in. I got a Vamp. He's going to be joining as a Monkus. Here we go. Here's a Windwalker for ya. But my man, I'm more than welcome to join in. Going to be a group over in Icecon Citadel area of Raids Legacy, my dude. Let me know if you need help. Let me know if you need help getting invited. I will help you, Vampire. Like, worse to worse, I'll join the group. I'll suggest you. They'll get you in. I'll bow out of there and we'll be good to go. Get someone in here. There'll be a legendary battle. Oh, I'd love to. I should ask him at some point. Like, I should catch up with that guy and be like, hey, man, how you been? Hey, we're doing duels. Somebody asked, hey, we're doing I just see Zoen join in. Like, hey, I do this duels thing. You're more than welcome to join in, my guy. Yeah, I probably need to catch back up with that guy. Because me and him never really, like, were... I'm an ally at the moment. Cross-faction should work. But let me see if I can get you invited. Mo, I'm gonna see if I can join in. Request to join. I got you one more. I got you an invite. Me, suggest invite. Hopefully that'll work. Because he's like, yo, I'm alliance. Cross faction is a thing, my guy. So it should work. I invited him to join in, but we'll need to make it a raid. Mo, I don't know if it's a raid yet or not. It is. Is it a raid? I had to convert this to raid. Trying to see if I can invite him. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Here we are, boys. Here we are. Deal list will be good to go, man. Yo, Reverence, you ready, my guy? We got a full team, boys. Deal list will be good to go. Big Mo and Reverence. 5 in the grand? I guess I'll throw you guys in the grand. Let me just double check to make sure you're good to go. I think you guys are. Potentially. You guys are. Let's go. Get your boys in here. I'm gonna try to do a bit of variety in arenas, but we're gonna do a quick grand game because it's a nice little open field. Nice little middle ground. 30, how many am I at? 32, 33. Oh, not showing up, it's all good. All good, my guy. Gotcha. Yeah, defensive buff damage is fine. I like a little wog buff or something. I think, yeah, like a defensive buff is fine, but like a wog buff, I don't know, man. I kind of like how the hybrid healing where it's at right now. I don't think it needs to be super high, and I don't think it's a good idea to be like, oh, my class survivability is self-healing. It's like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I'd rather have a class that's like capable on their own than having to rely on self-healing constantly as like a defensive. They did say themselves like a Shadowlands, hey, we don't really like how that worked out. That's kind of like how it is though. Some classes part of your defense is the fact that you can heal yourself, but that's not what we really like essentially. We can't work in right now, but in the future we're planning on not going really that route. I'm fine with having some off healing if you want to commit it. I'm fine with like an off healing, like a heal focused build, survivability focused build with some healing, but I don't think healing should be like your primary survivability, because then it's like, okay, I can't fight him until he gets dampening. You know what I mean? I think it's not fun. Twitch. Gonna be Beatman already getting savaged by Feral Druid. Got himself full dots on the radio. Beatman taking a bunch of damage and could go for the Dark Iron Racial to remove all these dots. And he's gonna go for the Dark Iron Racial. Bubble to follow as the man is still taking so much damage with a wall out of tree. ONYXIA to follow. Maybe could go for the Shadow Mode restart here as well. He's gonna try to see if he can skulk away, but doesn't quite get to do it. Wings are up for Beatman. Did clear all the dots. It does not have a proper trinket for the time being, so Tree could potentially go for a proper stun. Shield of Vengeance popping back on him with a Convoke to follow. Nothing the Paladin can do. I'm sorry, the wrong person. I'm so sorry. Gonna be a full setup to beat man. Does survive that Convoke somehow. Still knotted up. Next auto attack is gonna proc Wings. Could still be pretty big for him. I don't know if he got his survivability at all. Lay on hands has got himself a bit of forbearance. Stun to Tree does not have an out right now unless he gets him down here. That's a full Wings roaring in. Is it gonna be enough though? Tree just got himself a lot of survivability. Full renewal. Bites back-to-back beat under 10% again. Another set of Wings is available. He's taking so many crits. He got Wings for days. As long as those Wings hold, he got himself a bit of that Ward of Glory healing. Tree tried to see if he could back up out of there. Friends to reach him while in bear form. Swarm swapping into Beatman. Next stun could be deadly. Maim to follow. Trigger for Beatman. Does have a backup. Best protection potential could be used right now. Tree is going to be slapped down right now. Oh my god. Big hammer at the end. That was a lot of aggressive play by that Feral Druid. That was so intense at the very beginning. Beatman took so much damage. He tried to see if he could potentially just go Dark Iron Racial, live it, but then the pressure just kept building. My goodness. Elite Pig, we have a thing in the chat to show us how to join in. What's up, Shaq? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Bit messed at the top, but I will go over how to join in afterwards. Just check the groups for LFG if any are available afterwards. I will show you guys how to join in after this match is over, though, yeah? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. Gonna be beat with the Shield of Vengeance, trying to see if we can take that momentum into Val. Is Val gonna pop the bubble? Doesn't have a bubble of his own, so it's gonna be Shield. Brocking for a Shield. I think Val's gonna be the safety bubble, while Beat is gonna be the one taking a lot of that vengeance. Big damage. Oh, huge. Oh, Val with a massive holy crits. Blasted right through the Blessing of Protection. Blessing of Protection. What the hell is this? Ah, wait, he's outside of the range of the Bonzafell. What happens if he crosses back in? Oh my god, Bonzafell is weird. It's like, don't go. Normally Bonz is like, okay, I'm attaching you to this crystal, don't leave it. But maybe it's like you walk out fast enough, it's like, don't come in. That's weird. Val's gonna be up next to them, trying to see if he could potentially fight Reverence. Reverence got himself the trusty succubus. I would say her name is maybe Linda. Linda out in the open. Big meatball flying in with a cannonball right after that stun. It's going to be potentially big damage for Val with a mortal coil setting him out. Cannonball, but it's going to be a bubble out of Val. Trying to use it defensively as early as possible. Stun onto Reverence. Trying to see if he can live it big. Oh my god, Dark back to follow Val. Trying to see if he can potentially maximize a lot of the output versus Rev. This man got himself a pretty big defensive. Blind into Reverence. Val with a Judgment to follow. Flash of Lights Rapper. Looking for a bit of recovery. Consecration down the ground, but still got himself a bit of recovery in a fantastic spot. Big damage on the Rev, and that's a...
Keep up the awesome work. Flight Chant, I might join Abbott later after this. Hope you're having a great day.
Yo, can we get a hashtag infinite beef? That's 100 bones right there. My man, that's a lot of moolah. 1, 2, you're a beauty. 3, always welcome to join. My guy, thank you so much. I got no words for that. Thank you. And thank you is not even enough. Thank you so much, beauty. I appreciate ya. Yo, hashtag infinite for being an absolute champion. God damn. In these duels, 100 bones right there. What a man. Thank you so much. Thank you for that early Christmas gift. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you have a good one, my guy. Second BCC on Traval is taking a bit of a beating for Merman's big Casbolt loaded in with a shot of fury right after. Big blaster to follow. Trying to see if he can cinch through him. It's going to be laying on hands before dampening starts to slowly climb up. 4 minutes into the duel, 18% dampening. Val got himself a bit of recovery, doing a bit of pressure, getting a bit of pressure towards Reverence. He needs to find that succubus and see if he can rebuke it really quickly. And it's going to be Rev looking for a bit of the first aid. Defenses are back up. Big shield ready. Wall secured. Mortar call at the ready. It's going to be a big old meatball flying in as Val is just going to be... He's just like playing ball with Val, man. He's just hitting him with a big old dodgeball, whipping him on the head with a big old meatball soulfire. It's pretty good ability. It also puts up emulation too. So it's quite fantastic. It has a bit of a delay, so you can actually throw other abilities in between of it. For combo, big reflect for Rev, trying to see if he can potentially avoid the stun, but it's going to be blind early for Val. Does go for another second BCC with a Casbolt right after exposed with a Casbolt. Fear to follow, putting him out in the bad spot. Incinerates, Val needs to go behind the pillar potentially. Looks like he's going to charge out. Does he have a bubble? He does not have a bubble, but Shield Avenger is going to help him. It's going to get ported out as he goes in for a stun on Rev. Rev with a port is going to be perfect. Mortal Coil at the ready. Walking Val out for a second. Able to crack through his defenses. Val with a bit of healing. Got himself a little bit of the recovery. Big judgments to fall. Lots of resources building. And Rev could potentially be out in the open. Board to follow. Val looking for a bit of recovery while heading towards behind the pillar. That succubus really does veer you out of the way though. Crazy, eh? Beef, get a shot at Dalaran IRL. I really do appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Seriously, no words are enough. That's a very extremely generous of you, my man. Soulfire up next with another shot of fury. Stun, Chaos Bolt. No defenses left for Var. Could potentially use a blessing of protection, but ain't gonna help protect her from nothing. Oh! Did he secure another Chaos Bolt at the very last second? What was that? I looked away for a second, and then it just exploded with green. I literally just looked away. Mortar Call on the reflect. That was such an unfortunate Mortar Call, man. This came out just before the reflect was up. That's crazy. Quick interrupt onto the fire as a support out of the Warlock. Snap himself out of that direction. Fang knows who wants to deal with a succubus. He has it out in the open. He knows where it's at. He can go for an interrupt on that thing. Charging out towards Rev. Looking for big damage. Full roster of output. Stormbolt to put it in place. Going to be a dark pack. Breaking through his shield very rapidly. Trying to see if he can crack through those defenses really quickly. Big bloodbath build. Bloodthirsty. Big bleeds on top of it as well. Rev trying to see if he can back up out of the reflect up in case Rev got any kind of tricks up his sleeve. Big leap by the Warrior. Does Rev have a port? Wall is the only thing that's really keeping him alive. Fear, but it's going to be Fear bagged by the Warlock instead. Next to the succubus in case that thing goes for a succubus seduction. Trying to see if he can blast the thing out when he sees the Rev in an execute range. Mortal Coil at the ready, but if Fang comes in with the reflect immediately around the corner, doesn't quite get it. Trinket to follow. Rev is in a lot of trouble. Might be actually down for the count. Second BCC, but it does break it very quickly. Rev, I think, oh. Fang does get himself a proper go with Haste going to be up next. Trying to see if he can blast him out. Big Voidthorn by the Shadow Priest. Fear to follow. Dark Ascension. Does he have himself a big play? Definitely wants to go for big Dark Ascension Void Eruption, doesn't he? Does he have himself the Fear Wombo combo? They're going to be a Psy Fiend. Tried to go for a couple of channels onto Fang, but I think that Reflect was able to stop it. Or reflected back to him. I guess maybe stop it. It's weird with channel abilities. I think it like starts but stops it because then it doesn't really go anywhere. It's a weird one. Gonna be Fang, kind of low in health. Haste potentially could give him some big damage. DPs into massive channels onto Fang. Does keep the dots rolling in. That's a lot of survivability for Haste as well. As he does activate Vampiric Ray. Fear onto Fang. Does have himself that setup with the Mindbender? I don't know if he does. Shadow Crash onto the Fury Warrior. It's a reflect stun back in the haze. Super unfortunate. Just trying to see if he can get some mind games with a quick tentacle just sizzling at the mind of Fang. It's gonna, I think, go for that. Did he get himself a Mind Blast off? It may have. Did he get the mind games? May or not have. And Fang in that bloodthirsty rage right now. He got himself. You gotta be playing Bloodbath build, right? That thing seems like it's nutty. but it's going to be Haste to see if he can back up out of there. He's able to avoid the warrior quite handily. Stormbolt around the corner. Unless he got someone here right now. Reflect, Fear. Oh, maybe. Does he have himself a stun? Try to see if he got himself him healing. Good healing, but Shadow Priest going to be reduced very, very soon. Does Haste have anything to follow? Oh, Fang, as a Fury Warrior, just has so much constant pressure. So much value and potential, man. Big Convoke by Kragman immediately is enough to take down Fang. Does go for a quick pummel in order to interrupt the kitty cat. That was a close-up between the Shadow Priest and the Warrior. I feel like if that was a... Man, it was actually so... I don't even know what moment allowed Fang to win there, because that was just clutch. Fang tried to see if he could turn damage onto Kragman, but he knows that at this point he's just so spent after the Shadow Priest. That Priest just absolutely blasted him. Gonna be a quick leg sweep onto Kragman by Vampire. Trying to go for a... I like the somersaults this guy going on with the Rising Sun kicks. Kragman backing up out of there for just a second. Jab by Vampire with a strike of the Windlord. Lots of damage. Kragman in trouble. Oh... And Vampire does end up taking him down with Surakas going to be up next sweep. Got himself damage of his own. Potentially big setup. Needs to catch up to Vampire again. Maybe lock him down with Fist of Fury. Big damage onto Vampire. Maybe in trouble. May have to go for a Karma. Does get himself a Diffuse, Dampen Harm with a Karma to follow. Surakas could potentially turn around. Does burn a Diffuse Magic to reduce some of the Karma damage. Going to be a wall of Fortification Brew for Vampire. Still under a ton of pressure. No help whatsoever. Touch to death with the ready, but Sura doesn't even need it. Does go for Fist of Fury. With Lair going to be up next. Charging out towards Sura. Next leg sweep is going to be able to immune it. That is his advantage right now. Next leg sweep does nothing. Karma immediately by Lair, as Sura does go in for a defensive of their own actually. Dampen Harm may have to go. No Karma of their own actually. The ready might be in trouble. Leg sweep. I think got another trinket to follow. Fist of Fury maybe lock him down a little bit, but no, that's the win. Crack it to those defenses. God, I like that set. Look at that thing. Oh, good. My goodness. Let's get another one going here, boys. Fang barely coming out on top on that one. That was clutch. Crazy, crazy good. Dreading the Shadow Priest buffs. They're nerfing their burst a little bit, but they are buffing their other abilities. I'm actually quite excited for it. I feel like they're going to be less bursty, but they do want to give them pressure. And I think that's like, in my opinion, a fair way of going about it. But maybe like we'll walk in and they'll just be all over the place, right? Maybe they'll be everywhere. Rev, let me know if you're ready. Big Mo is ready. Rev, let me know if you got a team full ready to go. Oh, if you need more, we'll try to see if we can search for more boys. But yeah, let me know, because these are really fun, man. As soon as you take the Rogue out, everybody gets a chance to play. Can you believe it? Rogue's out of the game, everybody plays. Wow. That's how it was yesterday on EU, though. Ready? Okay, let's go, let's go. I'm gonna throw you guys into a different arena. What arena do I throw you guys into? Lordaeron? Lord Iron. We haven't done Blade's Edge. We haven't done a Blade's Edge. I'll be down to throw you guys into the other arenas as well. Blah blah. Yo, I'll hit you up when there is one, friend. My man Leroy come back into the duels. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. The only whisper tales of these demon hunters. Did he? Leroy, am I gonna see you on a different character than a demon hunter? Did you re-roll after them demon hunter nerfs? I think Monk can kill Rogue. Well, technically a lot of the classes can kill a Rogue, Taino. However, the thing is, Rogues are about to receive some nerfs. Let's use a reset. Primarily to subtlety and assassination. Mostly on the death mark ability and secret technique, in order to create more opportunity for the enemy team locked down by Rogue to actually get some counterplay. Because right now, from watching yesterday's duels on EU, you guys should go back and watch those, or just wait for videos to come out over the next few days. You'll see that if you see a Rogue video, watch it. It's going to be pretty interesting. By the way, hit like, comment, and channel on every single video. Do all those things. It helps out the channel tremendously. Every single one of them does. But yeah, the Rogues are kind of nuts. Just a lockdown and the burst potential. Very little counterplay, and they're trying to give everybody a little bit more breathing room, which I don't completely disagree. I know it's a nerf to Rogues, but I don't entirely disagree with it after watching it in duels. So Twitch. Got ourselves Tree, gonna be first up. Charging out versus Haster. Haster? I don't even know what you call you. Haster, I don't even know her. Gonna be a full VT up onto the tree as the bleeds are just rotting the priest down. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Does get himself the Aegis really early on. Full wood eruption. Trying to go for a root onto tree, but tree looks like he's able to mostly avoid it. Big CC lockdown with a Mindbender joining in. Stun onto Hug, but he does go in for a Mind Games quick interrupt by the Feral Druid. Could potentially go for another Mind Games. Looks like the Shotgun's got a lot of damage. Maybe big damage onto Hayes. Does get bashed up. That's gonna be a full wall. This is gonna go for a fear. Mind Games out of that wall. It's not gonna be a Mind Games outside of the wall. It's Mind Games in the wall, but Dark Mindful Insanity is gonna slow him down by quite a bit. Lots of recover for Tree. Had to wait out until the Mind Games was over. Man, so it looks like Haste does not play the one-shotty build. He's got like more of like a sustaining build of the Shadow Priest, but there is a one-shotty combo. I don't know if he knows that of it or not, but maybe. Gonna be Tree with coolness at the ready. Berserk running up, and that's gonna be a full Tiger's Fury. Ace could be in trouble. Potentially could be a dispersed moment right here. That or a Vampiric Embrace. You gotta be very careful with what he chooses to use. Stun onto Tree. Does he need to go for healing? It looks like he's trying to stay aggressive. Potentially gonna be... Maybe it's not going to be enough. Trying to go for a little bit of healing. Looks like Power Word Life is still very valuable. Got himself big healing. Full Void Eruptions after a root up onto Tree with a Mind Games. Does go for a Skull Bash. Try to see if you can maybe veer Tree into one of those Void Eruptions. Definitely just stand in between those eruptions in order to get more chances at those things horrifying the Feral Druid. Trying to go for the Mind Games. Big Convoke out of Tree. It feels like we haven't seen Convoke ability in a while, but that is going to be dispersed to counter it. With the Mind Flayer right after, trying to see if he can get himself some procs of damage versus Tree. Definitely needs himself a little bit more output, just a little bit more burst to lock him down. I think he has him on the ropes. Every single time he lets the Ferals go, he always has good counter pressure. It just so far hasn't been enough to lock him down. May just need a full set of CC to get able to siphon everything, but the DPs and the dots are doing work right now. Mind Spikes right after got himself the big Insanity, so that's going to be a lot of just sustained damage. And I think he may be hoping to get those technical procs versus Tree. I think that's what he's trying to go for. Trying to go for those casts to hopefully get a couple of procs here and there. Big DPs, silence on the Tree, does go for a Barskin. Looks like he wants to take down the Siphon, but he's not really going to be able to. Mind Games to follow as he got himself the full Void Eruption, but it's just not going to be quite enough to take him down just yet. Trying to make a play, but not quite there. Full Bleeds by the Feral Druid as we're slowly getting into the dampening. Trinket out of the fear. Skull Bash onto Haze. Haze could be maybe in trouble. Does go for Vampiric Embrace, which is going to give him a lot of survivability. Mindbender joining in. No ways to really interrupt that Convoke, so it's going to be quite rough. But the Vampiric Embrace is doing work. Also, Power Word Life is fantastic. The shields are doing great amount of healing. Mind Games to follow. Does go for a quick Skull Bash. Tree tried to stay as aggressive as he can versus the Shadow Priest. Doesn't Priest have anything in terms of survivability or a lockdown here? Gonna be Siphon eliminated very quickly. Maim onto Haze. Does go for a quick fear onto Tree with a silence to follow. Sanity right after. Does have a big bite. I think it's gonna be a Skull Bash. Needs to disperse. Does go for a big kill. Getting locked out on Shadow is no longer as deadly since you have access to all those holy spells now, which is absolutely fantastic. Mind Games to follow. Does he have a stun? Potentially root into the Feral Druid, try to go for big eruptions. Going to be a Barskin, does go for a bash. Does any of those eruptions connect with Tree? They do not, but it's going to be a disperse as the bites come out. Man, the two are matched up. Normally, a Feral Druid in the previous expansions would walk in and just devour a priest, but now the priest is able to stand toe to toe. They are getting some of the survivability reduction over the next few days, but man, so far, holding strong, holding his own. Stun onto Tree. Doesn't have much of a shield. Definitely needs to go for as much survivability as possible. Got himself a Siphon to slow down the Feral. Needs a Vampiric Base. Everything you can in order to help yourself survive. Maybe Power Word Live. That's going to be helpful. Does he have any stuns to fall? If you can get a lockdown onto Tree, he will be a fantastic spot DPs. But no, Tree is going to be able to bite it down with those bleeds ramping up and those bites securing the kill. That's a tough one right there. Jesus. Leg sweep onto Tree. Big kicks by Sura. Oh! Strike of the Windlord just eliminates him. Just a quick 1-2 to the kitty cat's face. Oh no, why would you punch a cat's face like that? Karma immediately for both of them as Layer trying to see if he can go in for damage. This is going to be Sura taking whatever the momentum established from a Feral and trying to see if he can take it into Lear. Lear with a Karma immediately. Surika is going to go for a big defensive. It's going to be Dampen Harm together with Diffuse Magic. Lear also Dampen Harm, Diffuse Magic, also Forward Brew. Does Sura use Forward Brew? Hard to tell because Forward doesn't show up as a defensive, but you can see monks go a little bit bigger and grayed out. They get all grayscale like this. That's how you know they're in fortified. It's like a stone form version for them. Used to clear bleeds too back in the day. Big damage on the Fist of Fury. Lear trying to see if he can back up out of this. Still Zuen chasing on him. It looks like Zuen retreated. Lear with a weirdest jab ever. Just kind of went all over the place. Zurich tried to see if he can go for recovery, but does get kicked down. My goodness, that jab should not, I feel like that jab should not function the way it does. Ner'zhul up next will light the lasso onto Lear, trying to see if he can trick it out of it. Big Ellie Blast right now, trying to see if he can blast him out. Oh, and there goes a Storm Strike. Ner'zhul got himself a little bit of healing. Shaman is another class that's going through changes. Their lightning bolts, while empowered by Primordial, are not going to be as effective, but the base lightning bolt, not touched at all. Elemental Blast, nerfed by like 15%. Not the biggest nerf ever, but it is going to try to see if it can potentially reduce some of the damage that it did. WTF is a jab. So when they run Key for Sky Reach ability, it gives them a jab that will have a 10-yard range that will kind of charge you to the enemy. And I guess you'll take the other 10 yards away from you from the bridge, and it'll just kind of path them over to you immediately. It is weird. I feel like it shouldn't work that way because I feel like it should connect the pathing of how long it takes to travel, but it doesn't really do that. I remember that stuff was doing the same thing in Shadowlands. Big Ascendance for Ner'zhul. Let's see if enough to take the Vampire. Big Karma to follow. Does he just fight through a Karma? Potentially, I think Ner'zhul is just going to keep trucking through it. Big Ellie Blast to follow. Does Vampire have enough to take him down with Fist of Fury? But Ner'zhul just needs one more global. Is it going to be enough though? Got himself a little bit of healing. Not a lot of Maelstrom. Ghost Souls at the ready. Going to be immediate Karma for just a moment. Oh! And Ner'zhul does end up capitalizing from one monk into the next. He is going to need all that Maelstrom if he wants to fight Val. Sending out the Ghost Wolves in to try to start building some Maelstrom. Shield of Vengeance up. Diablo wants to play it very defensive. Going to be dropping down a totem and just walking away from Var. Using that Maelstrom established by these wolves. And Var, our Ghost Raptors right there. Var trying to see if he can reposition himself. He's looking at Reverence. I think I confused them for a second with Rev walking out. I think setting up a gateway. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He's like, you know what? I want to make sure, because I guess he's next. He wants to make sure he walks in. He's not given an opportunity to do that. I know, but it was like a one-off place. I know he basically, he slid. What happened was, I want to see if I can find it. Wait, is anybody... Nobody left? Oh, basically what he did, he looked at you down here. He's like, oh, 10 yards. So then he went, wee, and then just kind of veered over to you. That's basically what he did. The pathing on that one is weird. There's some weird warrior pathing abilities too. Like warrior charge pathing has been funky in the past, but is generally consistent. That one was an extra weird one because it's so fast. He just slides. It's literally the electric boogaloo. Gonna be Ner'zhul backing up out of there for just a second. Got himself a big totem versus Var. Plenty of Maelstrom, but that's gonna be a blind. Ner'zhul, is it gonna be okay? It's gonna be a grounding totem dropped in actually. Did Var realize it was a grounding totem? That was a perfect placed grounding totem for Ner'zhul on the blind. I think Var decided, you know what? I'm not gonna do it just because I know it's gonna be a Hodge. I'm not in good range. I can't really reach it. All that stuff. It's kind of weird. Can't really kill it with a Crusader Strike. So I'm gonna back up. Ner'zhul hit with a stun. Man has a tricky coming back up very soon. Wall available. Var blasting him out while in the bubble, but it doesn't have wings. Oh, big Ellie Blast just dunking on that boy. My goodness, Ner'zhul, could he potentially go? If he can fight through Fang, that could be a 4-0 for Ner'zhul right here. But Fang is a hell of a competitor. By the way, Fang has 3 people to get through him. Can he do it? Big bleeds on Ner'zhul, popping on the wall, trying to see if he can potentially reduce the damage from Fang. Fang with a reflect, which is valuable against any hit, which how much magic damage the output. Gonna be Ner'zhul, still with the wall, trying to see if he can knock back the warrior, but he got himself yet another charge. The totem may not stop him, tricking to fall as the fear comes out. Ner'zhul needs some kind of survivability right now, because Fang is right there, right on top of him with an executor the ready. Gonna be slamming all these totems out of the way. Quick leap with a rampage, taking them down. Reverence immediately hits him with a slow, as Fang just pops over a avatar. I like how you got a wolf. I noticed that in the previous duels, he did have a little wolf following you. Fang, you got a little Fang following you, huh? It's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. Gonna be a Reverence establishing a dominant position on the top of the stairs. Does he have a succubus somewhere by? Oh, he does. He does. I'm not gonna track it just not to give Fang a, not to tell him exactly where it's at. By the way, the weapons look fantastic on that set. Teshalak from Legion. Oh, it's such a good weapon. It was so hard to farm, but it's so good because Legion had artifact weapons, so it didn't drop that often. But when it did, oh, it was so good. Gonna be a big burst by Reverence with a Mortal Call onto Fang. Does have a Reflect. I think the Reflect actually went back to Reverence. It's gonna help crack through the big defensive of a Shield of Dark Pact. I was about to say Shield of Vengeance, but it's like a different one. It's like actually kind of somewhat of a better version because it's a very versatile city and highly effective. Shield of Vengeance is generally good. It's gonna be, oh no, Bountiful Break, and Fang is gonna be a lot of fire damage. Storm Bolt and Reverence does have a port for it, as Fang wanted to close the gap. Got him so big and Rage Regen, wants to go Bloodthirsting, but he literally can't. Reverence got himself in such a good position, he's able to kind of kite out Fang and then port away from him, keeping away from the guy. Mobility is going to be something that Fang will have to play into, but second wind is helping out tremendously here. Just being able to reset, because it looks like Reverence doesn't want to reposition. He doesn't want to push in at Fang. He wants to fight him on his own terms. He feels like that's going to be the best way he's going to win. But this allows Fang an opportunity to completely hard reset. If he runs away, puts Reverence in a position where he doesn't want to go, where he's not comfortable in, then Reverence is not going to stay over there for long. He needs, at some point, Reverence is going to have to push in. He's going to have to be able to, you know what? I need to commit, run in with defenses, try to see if I can finish off the warrior. That may be the only plan he's really got. Going to be Fang, try to see if he can interrupt the succubus just kind of next to it in case he needs to use a pummel on it. Just always kind of watching for it. Big leap back up. Reverence trying to see if he can juke him out. Doesn't quite get to do that. Going to be the succubus you see right after. With a soul fire loaded up as Fang is plenty healthy right now. Trying to see if he can port the warrior out of the way. It's going to end up porting him out. Fang does have a charge to reconnect back with a root onto Reverence, reflect up. I don't really know what you could reflect from Fang, but the man got plenty of bleeds. It's going to be a big port. That's going to be a big mobility for Reverence as Fang trying to catch up with a bunch of bloodthirsts back to back, cleaving right through his succubus with the reflective follow. Going to be a wall for Reverence, maybe in trouble. Could be the execute range. Does have a mortal call for Fang in just a mere seconds, but I don't know if you're going to. Oh my god! That bloodthirst build, the bloodbath build, is so strong for Fury Warrior. He's just bloodthirsting at the guy. As he gets low, he gets used more and more and more and more, just fervent. With the Mexicans on top with a big bleed. Oh, but Kragman does end up capitalizing on it. With a Fang who's got really softened up by the Destiny Warlock. Well done, well done. Winners 3-1. Let's go. Enhancement Shaman back, boys. Utilize enhancement before he gets nerfed, because your burst capabilities are getting slightly adjusted. I think you're still going to be very, very effective, but who knows? Boys, if y'all need more, my man Blah Blah is looking for more. Last potentially looking for more. Let's get another one going, yeah? Get us a mop one. The Tiger's Peak silver. I can do that. I can do Tiger's Peak. I like Tiger's Peak. I actually don't mind that arena. That's not really not bad for duels. It's a little bit weird because of the positionals, but it's not bad. Big Bo got a 5-man team. Rav, let me know if you need more. We got my man Leroy, he could join in. Yeah. Dude, the hell's that healing? Was mounted and healed to full amount of seconds. So that is called Second Wind. It is Arms Warrior, Prop Warrior, Fury Warrior talent from back in the older expansions that came back in this one. If they don't take damage for a short amount of time, they start healing for percentage of the healing every second, which is like a way for warriors to like have a recovery. So if you're not constantly keeping dots on them, or if you're not keeping track on them, they could do a lot of recovery. So this allows warriors to potentially back away, and if you're playing passively, this can be punishing because warriors get percentage healing. So even at higher dampening, it ends up being really, really good. If you're trying to like dot him up and kind of leave him bleeding and not attract him, not push in, they're gonna recover. So this is another one of those examples of passive play can hurt you. I know you want to play very, very safe, but sometimes playing risky to get the kill, to get the biscuit, may be the play, honestly. But yeah, that's Second Wind. It's a pretty good ability. Rav, let me know if you're ready, or if you're Dunsky, let me know, my guy. Not a healer for DPS, not a hybrid. It's just a talent they have, like when they don't take any damage for a while. Right, DPS guys shouldn't be healing like that. So the only way they heal is when they completely out of combat and they haven't taken damage for a while. Like it's like 6, 7, 8 seconds or something, isn't it? Hold on, let me see if I can look it up real quickly. We got Fang, in fact, right here. I can take a look at the talent real quickly. Yeah, they had it for a while. Like Second Wind was a thing way back. Dude, I feel like this version Second Window is a little bit less egregious than Pandaria. But restore 6% health in 1 second when you have not taken damage for 5 seconds. So these used to be 6 seconds, 7 seconds, so I guess it's down to 5 now. But if you can separate from a guy and they're not trying to chase you, not trying to keep you dotted, not trying to keep you in combat, it's going to be kind of punishing. But it can be easily like bypassed, like throwing in a rain of fire to really give them like less of a survivability behind the pillar, pushing in on them, you know what I mean? Stuff like that is doable. I get technically. I'm not going to like argue like this is strong or not. I'm just like, yeah, used to be that Second Wind in Mr. Pandaria, that's how it worked. Whenever you drop below like what 35, 40% health, it would heal you for 3% every 1 second. So every 1 second you're just healing, and you can just pop in a defensive stance and just constantly heal. You were a world boss in the early version of this. They tried to nerf it. They made warriors too squishy. They had to bring warriors tanking us back up. Warriors were either like giga good or trash. So they're like nerfed him a little bit, and then just cross a barrier of trash. I'm like, oh wait, no, we don't want to make it too bad. But like the way they had him set up with all the different defenses and all these tools they had, they were like, well, we can't nerf any of this, otherwise it just breaks the class. If we nerf one thing, it's dead, and we don't want it to be dead. So it has to be strong. And then we're like, all right, we can't replicate this again. We can't have this again. But like, that's how it was gonna be. You should have seen a damage to it. They were able to reduce the damage of them. Remember the heroic strength that went here for like 200k, which is basically someone's entire health bar. You just like set up, heroic strike. Man, pop like a balloon from 200% health to negative 400. That's how much damage it did. It was just insane. It was better than any kind of X kit out there because it didn't matter what your health threshold was. Just if you've got a full setup, full go, skull banner, pop. Oh, man. Yeah. Let me know, Rev, if you got a group or if you're Dunsky and we could maybe have somebody take over that group. Yeah. I joined it, but I can't find it. Rev, do you need more or are we good? Is it BS that talks for the game? Doesn't need to be exist period. It should. Don't make. Okay. So Rev is on for the night. Hopefully whoever is on the team Rev, can you hit me back up? I'm gonna take over that team and try to see if I can put a group together. Who else was on that team? Is it Machuks by chance? It was presented by in combat. Yes, it was really like this is. If you think this is a problem now, you should have seen the original version. It was a lot more broken. This is a lot more tame and like playable against. Very playable against. Very playable. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys are so used to the duels. I think this is definitely going to be like a bit of a relearning thing here. Rewiring your brain with it. But this also applies like not just in arenas, this in duels. It also applies in arenas, this play style. Like, playing passively is going to be detrimental to your playstyle. Like, you're just gonna rot away. Like, you want to stay aggressive, you want to take those risks, you need to have like counterplay, you need to have like see what they're doing, have an answer, see what they're doing, have an answer. Some resets perfectly doable, perfectly fine, but like constant resets are just like, okay, I'm just gonna rot them and win dampening. That's not gonna work. It's weird how it just seems like the way the game is set up, at least for a 1-in-1 setting, which personally I kind of like. Not everybody's going to be happy with it, but I like how like it's constant action and people are punished for passiveness. You know, people are punished for resets, except for rogues. But once they curb their burst capability, I feel like they should help center things a little bit better. They did nerf survivability, but the damage though is like a little much. Bird's still good. They can still do great damage. They can still do great output, great control, great counterplay potential. But like the damage is like too much. Who is still on that team Rev, or did that team split entirely? Anybody still in that Reverence's team, or did that team fall apart completely? Who was on that team chat? Let me know. Who was on team Rev just now? Because I'll put a new one together if worse the worst. Another great stream, man. Hope you're doing well. What's up, buddy? How you doing, my guy? Hayes, there's 3 of us in a party. This is Crag. Okay, so we have a lead. Hayes says lead. Can somebody invite me to that group? If you have me added on real ID, Dalaran #1340. Give me a quick invite. I'll get you guys. I'll help you guys set up a group. I'll listen and everything. We'll get my man Leroy. Where's Leroy? A spot opened up. I want to see if he's ready for it. Pass me lead, my guy, and I'll take care of the rest. As soon as you're done. Hopefully living. Let's go. Hell yeah. With Leroy, we'll need a +1. So we'll get a +1 afterwards. I really wish they would add ignore pain for arms instead of fueled by violence. I did see them, yeah, the ignore pain one, I never really noticed that it removed the ignore pain. It is a different feel with the ignore pain being removed. That being said, it's an interesting change. I think ignore pain would definitely benefit arms warriors when it comes to survivability, but I don't think the one that warriors expect to be mostly survivable. I think it's mostly there for damage, with Fury with some capability for survivability. But yeah, so on one hand, warriors lost ignore pain, but on the other gained a lot more passives and a lot more healing capable options. A lot of them that you can be overlapped all at once. So I think at the end of the day, they should have more healing than they did in Shadowlands. But I think it will come down to seeing more arms warriors participate in duels and seeing how that goes. Haste, pass me lead. and I will take care of the rest. And I got my man, blah blah, in here, and we'll be good to go. We'll get a +1, and we'll be ready. Hell yeah, my guy. Arms needed for healing. Losing Nor pain has been brutal. Arms needs more healing. You think so? Because they should have more healing options than they did in Shadowlands, but we'll see. We'll see. Because we do have some EU boys that are playing Arms Warrior and took it to Duel, and they definitely has some burst potential, but it's something about like finding that survivability. I wonder if like there's anything you could do gear wise in order to help you. Because there's some blah 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 blah. Where are you? You online? Oh, Ball, does he want to join in? That'd be awesome. That means let's group up boys over in the Raids Legacy. 5V5 1v1 Duels Molten Core. Get us in here. Blah blah. Where are you? Sorry, I was offline mode. You're good, Vugga. You're good. So with blah blah, when you do a mods boys, it'll be good to go. Mo, let me know if you're ready. Let me know if you have a 5-man. If you're looking for more. We need one more here, and we'll be good to go, boys. Man, almost every class is better side feeling now and also has MS. Does every class have MS? I think Paladin doesn't, right? Who doesn't have MS? Also, can I join 100 Dal? Go for it. Go for it, fam. More than welcome to Good Punch. Get it. Hell yeah. It's supposed to be a tank hybrid, but doesn't have ignore pain, shield wall, D stance sucks. It's supposed to be tanky hybrid. Wait, what? Arms Warrior is supposed to be tanky hybrid? Wait. Is it though? Sensei? Do I, man? Hold on. I got Gas Punch supposed to join in, man. Sensei, I want to get you in. Bye. I want to get you boys in. Oh, the chamois. But Gas Punch was like, yo, can I join the Hunter? I'm going to give Gas Punch like a minute to switch to Hunter. Otherwise, I'd pick up Sensei, because he was the second to stand up. How you doing, by the way, Sensei? Hope you're having a wonderful evening, my guy. Also, these duels, no rogues, so don't worry. We're not going to punish you guys with rogues. We're doing what we did on EU. We tried with no rogues, and it was fantastic. Lots of classes could play. Lots more viability. Just people could actually play the game. It was incredible. We'll maybe give rogues another go after the nerfs next week, but we'll see. They're good, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You get your 1800 set. Dude, I still got to get my 1800 set. Dude, I've been raiding so much though. Is that your bums away? Yeah, let's get you in here. Let's get you in here, my guy. Woo, let's go. All right, I need to do the list and I need to get one of you guys in. Who do I have? I have blah blah added. I have my man blah blah added. All right, blah. We good? Spectator match. Blah blah and Big Mo. What arena do I throw you guys into? How about I throw you in? Oh no! Oh, perfect arena. I got it. Blah blah and Big Mo. 5. Hey, here we are. Let's go. Is where the original second one came from, and the other relentless defensive. Arms Warrior always was always most defensive with warrior DPS specs. Was it really like defensive as in like armor, like reducing damage defensive, or are you talking about like healing as well, Jake? Was arms the healing spec really? WoG was as defensive or bad for it, to be honest. WoG is as defensives or bad for red, to be honest. I'll be okay with the improved red defensives. Wait, Kid Intermission Paladins, are you guys running eye for an eye against physical damage? I imagine that'd be pretty good. At least against like bombs away, Kragma, and there's still partially some of the physical damage I can do. Also, are you guys running like what kind of a healing, like self survivability build are Reds running? Because they should have passive defenses too with the seals, don't they? Seal of Order or something, I think it is. I don't know the names of them. Like, it's the bottom left of the Captain tree and the Class Talent tree. Those are very, very bottom left when it comes to Holy Power building spending playstyle. That being said, I don't know them by name by itself. I know what they do. I know what kind of sound it makes. I don't know what it does. I don't know what the name is. I just know what it does. You know what I mean? I don't even know what a flamethrower is called. I just know what it does. Which. Got ourselves team 1 together with Fang on that team. Oh, kind of stuck inside of a yak. Got ourselves layer over, and a Windwalker with Tree, Vampire, and Val gonna be first up. Charging out on the yellow banana suit. We got ourselves bombs away at the ready. Is he going first? Bombs away. Maybe first, maybe last. Trying to find out. Going to be Hayes on that team. Leroy, Kragman, and Nerzul first up versus Val, sending out their Earth Elemental pretty early on. Getting some flame shocks on the guy. Just going for a bit of range damage. As enhancement Shimansu going to be Ghostful joining in as Val. Does get himself a little bit of that Seraphim. The crown at the ready. Hammers up. Got himself the blind. Big damage on Nerzul. Does go for a trinket. Stun to follow. Does get a free wall. This way Val can go for big damage. But the knockback on the enhancement Shaman is so good. Lasso to follow. My god. The knockback and the stun on an enhancement is insane. Val trying to see if he can break out of that totem. Does end up getting zapped back towards the center of it. And it looks like Nerzul is able to separate away from the paladin for just a moment. At least just trying to see if he can live past the wings. If he can avoid the wings, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Gonna be a big ascendance out for Nerzul, popping up big damage. Val could be in trouble. Shield of Vengeance at the ready. This one Nerzul actually could use a little bit of that range ascendance damage to back away from Val and blast through that Shield of Vengeance from far. Gonna be a stun onto Nerzul, knocking back Val. This way he wants to kind of close that gap. Because Val using a knockback to reposition behind the pillar, looking for a little bit of a catch up. Consecration to follow. Does he play a consecration focus build? Because imagine like a consecration focus builds do kind of okay in PvE, and imagine that damage, while weird to play into, does translate kind of maybe okay into PvP. Lasso onto Varlip. Is taking a bit of damage himself. Nerzul trying to see if he can ramp up. Big early blast. Var may have to pop a defensive. Does he have even more Maelstrom? It's going to be a Nerzul. You got to be watching that Maelstrom, especially if the Shaman is healthy. Got himself the double shield, Earth shield, as well as a lightning shield. Got plenty of Maelstrom rolling in. Lots of damage back into Var as he does blast out into the Shaman. As it's going to be Ghost to join in stun. Var doesn't really have a lot of big damage just until the final wreck, but that knockback is going to send him back out flying. Big Alabaster follow, big Stormstrike short after, Sunder to follow. Does Nerzul get himself a big buildup of damage? Blind by Var, just trying to see if he can blind Nerzul and run out of there, looking for a reset. There's going to be a bit of a disconnect between the two. Nerzul charging back out. He wants to lock down Var. He knows there's going to be a Blessing Protection at the ready. Maybe Shield of Vengeance, potentially Lay on Hands. Var, if he wants to use a Lay on Hands, better use it early. If you are going to dip down low, use it early. Got him some Shield of Vengeance, but then she could be a perfect opportunity to recover. Maybe get some counter pressure. Nerzul blasted through Shield of Vengeance very quickly. Var could be a big trouble. Stun on Nerzul. Oh, Trinket into the Storm Strike, putting the guy in the dirt. That is super unfortunate. Var tried his very, very best, man. He tried to play it very, very defensive, very, very passive to try to go for recovery. And I think, I don't know how you fight Enhancement Shaman because he got so much burst right now. Ellie Blast just blasted through Tree. Absolutely not even giving him a chance. It's going to be Storm Strike to follow. Barska for Tree. May have to rotate even more defensive. Going to be pre-wall for Nerzul. Yet another blast on the Tree. Does get himself a wall, but super low on health. It's going to be a big renewal trying to go for a bit of recovery. Nerzul maybe in a bad spot. Does end up putting the kitty into a static totem. It's going to be lasted for a second. Doesn't need to go for recovery. Tree's going to go for recovery of his own. Got himself lots of survivability. Nerzul may be in a bit of trouble though. God Ghost's coming back up. It's gonna at least give him some passive Maelstrom. Tree is gonna go for a bit of a reset with a stun onto Nerzul. Does get knocked out in the open. Moonfires are gonna help him build a bit of count points from a distance. Nerzul does have Maelstrom. As long as he's got mana, he may be able to make a play here. Big Elo Blast, Thunder to follow. Does he have enough to finish off the Feral? Big stun. Oh, and Tree does end up clawing him down, with Hayes gonna be up next. Walking into Tree with a stun, Void trying to follow, but it looks like Tree is going to go bare form and try to go for as much recovery as possible, trying to keep his Feral Druid afloat as best as he can, with Haste charging out towards Tree. Can he potentially lock him down? Can he do it? Seal of Righteous, 3% damage reduction. Is that Seal of Righteous, John? Okay, I had no idea. I need to look into Paladin some more, man, just so I have a better idea, because that's one class in terms of class tree. I know of some of the capstone stuff, but it's just like I don't really know what our options are right there. You know what I mean? Gonna be an interrupt into Haste as he does have himself a big PI. Gonna be a tentacle spawning. The tentacle's actually gonna add quite a bit of damage with a siphon around. Definitely just to see if he can veer Tree out the open in front of the siphon, because siphon is gonna help add slow and percentage damage healing, and the tentacle doing work with the dots. Actually, lots of pressure. Gonna be a void torrent. Does get interrupted. I'm switching cameras to the wrong person altogether. And Tree trying to keep the pressure rolling onto Hayes just a little bit more. Stun to follow with the mind games around. It could be pretty bad for Tree. Does not need to go for self heals. Trying to see if he can delay that self healing. That totem, that tentacle is gonna add so much extra pressure. Oh my goodness! I needs to be avoided the tentacle. That thing is doing. Wait, that tentacle's didn't work. It's actually doing a bit of extra damage. It's not the craziest damage out there, but that extra passive damage, it is good. It is actually pretty good. I think you're doing to spawn him in from like channeling though, right? So Hayes basically needs to be channeling almost constantly. Pulled outside the tree, doesn't even have to take him down. Gonna be a stone to Hayes for a second, with Siphon joining in. Siphon getting taken down very, very quickly. Bart's up for tree, spikes to follow. Does some bear from with the friends of regen. That's where Hayes needs to push in, I think. Trying to go for a bit of recovery. Mindbender chasing out the tree. Definitely needs more of those tentacles spawning in. If you can get a couple of those bad boys in there, that'll be helpful. Big void eruptions flying in. Does Tree get hit by any one of them? Looks like he's been able to avoid majority of them. Does go for a skull bash. It's going to be a big burst with the incarnation. Potentially big damage. Big spikes to follow. Void Torrent right after. Does he survive the Torrent? Big bite. Nasty bite to Hayes. He's got himself a little bit of survivability. Root onto Tree for just a second. Fully dotted up. Fear to follow. Does it take him down? Mind games does get interrupted. Wait, could be in the bad spot right now. Tree. Actually, both of them are super low. Could be anyone's game. Oh my god. Tree does end up capitalizing there at the very end. And is going to go for a quick stun onto bombs away before the man can even get himself big damage. Going to be a stun around the corner. Tree has nothing for this one. Full dots are up for bombs away. She will take him down in just a few globals. Tree not willing to go out without a fight. Wall up right now. Big damage onto bombs away. Maybe in trouble, but a kill shot almost gets the kitty. The grenade does do it though. Oh my goodness. With Fang charging out, trying to see if he can whirlwind bombs away. Reflecting that freezing trap on him. Perfectly timed. With bombs away looking for a bit of heal. Needs a turtle show right now. Fang is going to turn the tension and zero in onto that rapture most likely. Looking at that thing. He's looking at bombs, but maybe we want to be looking at that pet instead, honestly. Going to be bombs backing up out of there for a second. Going to be a weapon throw for Fang. As bombs looking to reposition entirely. Picked up a little bit, picked up the eyes by accident. Not really sure if you meant to. Freezing trap kind of way up there. I'm not sure if you meant to put trap up top like that. Going to be Dwarven Rachel. With 10% damage reduction, removing the bleeds as well. Does go for a harpoon, but Fang is going to go for a charge. I think that might have been a harpoon into a flanking strike as well. But if he was going to go for a harpoon and walked away, I think he might have been okay. I think he was trying to stay aggressive. Leroy going to be up next. Leroy has to go through Fang, which is quite a competitor in these duels. But we also got, it says Lear and Vampire. So it's going to be I'm going to call it Vampire. I'm gonna call him Vampire. We do have a Senecat? Oh no, what the hell? Oh, wait, Kyrian? Huh? You using the sigil? Oh my goodness, the sigil is a weird one. Normally people play the demon summon with Fodder to the Flame, but the sigil, that's something. Charged by Fang. There's gonna be Leroy flying up in the air away from those dodges, trying to see if he can pelt Fang down. He's able to get a little bit of damage. Fang looking for a full recovery. He's going to want to go for a charge in. Stormbolt onto Leroy. Does get himself a trinket to follow. Big bleeds are up. Does end up going for a bit of eventual retreat with an immunity to follow. Can he get out of here though? Has a meta, has darkness. He has actually quite a lot of abilities to work with. Going to be Fear Sigil into Fang. Can't break out of it. Is going to be able to charge out of it before he even gets stopped up with a hunt. Doing a bit of damage. Big blade rush. What is it called? Blade glaive to follow? I'm not even sure. Glaive Tempest? I think it's Glaive Tempest. Not an ability we see often in PvP. Big disengage for Leroy. Trying to see if he can stay mobile here. Kind of low in health. Definitely needs to go for some kind of a slow stun onto Fang. Does have a blur already, so he wants to go for a blur stun around the corner. Big Kyrian Sigil. That's going to do a bit of damage. Ooh. I think Fang either was stunned, or he was like, you know what, GG, I'm dead, or he see it at the end. I'm not even sure what happened. I think might have just been like, you know what, it's over. Fly up for Leroy. Vampire is going to take a bit of pot shots from below. Maybe could go for a bit of healing of his own. Can't really reach Leroy. Actually taking a bit of that chopping away damage though. I think it's actually didn't work. As Leroy tried to see if he can potentially avoid Zoen. Definitely needs to go for some kind of recovery. I don't know if he has left really. Maybe he can go for the hunt. Got himself a bit of that immolation aura. Definitely needs some kind of a CC, some kind of a survivability tool right now. Because the next stun lock, next in-cap could be deadly. Gonna be a Karma. As Vampire just trying to see if he can deny Leroy any kind of damage. It's gonna be in-cap. Does Leroy maybe get himself in a good spot? Stun into Vampire with an IVM to follow. Maybe he can go for a bit of survivability. Oh, what the? Vampire somehow does end up getting a kill on him. I'm not even sure what killed the man. What was that? Honestly, kind of confused. Gonna be Kragma next with Kiri with that Night Fame. Covenant ability, the Convoke, with Vampire going in for a bit of healing. Kragma trying to go for a bit of reset, as Vampire does have the totem out in the open. Is going to try to go for as much recovery as possible with a little bit of that Fort Brew, I think it was. Going to be Fist of Fury for Kragma, but Vampire got not a lot left. Going to be a quick maim. Kragma, does he just take him out? He's going to go for full blades. I think he knows he wins this one. I think he just realized, like, you know what, it's over. Moonfire, a couple of dots, it's over. Lair is the last one left over for the team 2. Kragma Does have every defensive available, but does he have survivability for this? So we are at the 10-minute mark with 54% dampening. Not a lot of healing can be done. Grammy has to play hyper defensive right now. Just needs to run and get whatever healing he can. Definitely needs to use renewal before dampening gets any higher. Big damage on a leader. Oh man, that's why I think you need to avoid the monk. You need to be careful where you're going and make sure to avoid the man like the plague. Let's get another one here, boys. As long as we got the full set of teams, let's get another one going in. Yeah, wall hacks. That was some weird stuff there. I don't know. I don't know what that was, but the man was, you were fine, and then dead. Was that Strike of the Windlord? Is that what that was? Because it felt like you were okay and then just kind of died. Oh, man. Yeah, that's kind of enough, man. That's kind of nuts. I try boss, I'll wait him next time. All good, Jay. It's alright, my man. It's a tough one because dampen is super high. Like, there's not much you can really do. Like, maybe you could have been able to, like, run from him completely, but, you know, it's rough out there. Alright, let's get your boys in the next one. I can't do the new arena. At least I don't think I can. Let me try Nokodon. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try it. I don't think it'll work, though. If it doesn't work, then I got a couple more. Kazuko's in a grand. We also got Blackrock Hold. Did it work? It says it sent, but I don't know if it did. Gonna push ready to work for having me. Oh, you okay. Sounds good, Vampire. Don't think it worked. So Vampire is gonna be going, boys. We're gonna have to get a +1 in there. Thanks so much for coming by, Vampire. Appreciate you, my man. When teams requested us Pharaohs to go last about teams. When team requested for Pharaohs to go last, we could probably do that. JK lost Vamp, it's all good. Big Mo, open up a group in LG. We'll give you guys a little bit of time. It is getting kind of late into the night. So we'll see if we can scrap a group together. Might be able to get a couple more boys in here. I got a raid tonight anyway, man. I don't even know what we're doing raiding this week. I don't even know what exactly we're going to be raiding, but apparently we are raiding some more. I do want to, I love to be able to get myself my 1800 set from solo queue. But we're raiding so much this week as this actual DJ mode. I think we're raiding literally every day of the week this week. I cannot wait until we go back to a proper schedule, man, because it's been rough, man. It's been rough out there. If you guys want to join in, groups are available over in the Raids Legacy section. You guys are more than welcome to join in. Alliance on Horde. Yo, Nick, if you want to join in, now's the time to do it, my man. Now's the time to do it. Other team needs +1 and they will be good to go. So thank you so much for having patience, blah. Let your team know that, yo, they're looking for +1. How do you have Shadowlands raid section? How do you still... So this character is a level 60 character. He's not like an actual like character that's in Dragonflight zones yet. I think I just got to get him into like the new zones, and then it probably like, oh, okay, new section. It still counts this character as a max level for Shadowlands, and that's how like it does the groups and stuff. I don't even know if I actually can do groups if I'm like a level 61 for like raids already. I don't think I can join in or anything. Or I don't know if it opens until max level. Ready? Let's go. Let's get you guys in here. 5. Let me try Nokodon. Let me try the new arena. I don't know if it'll work. It worked! Oh, I did not think. Oh my god, it didn't work yesterday on EU. It said I wouldn't be able to join in on a level 60 character, but this time it works. Hey, here we go, boys. Let's go. Hell yeah. Nokodon arena, man. I haven't done a duel in here in so long. I don't know, chat. I like this arena. I don't know what it is. I like this one. Sorry, I got excited about this one. I don't know if you guys like it or hate it, and if you hate it, you're wrong. This thing is beautiful. Look at how gorgeous this arena is. Who's messaging me? DF NA 30 what? 30 30, 40. We're catching up to them EU boys, man. They're in the 40, 50 right now. But quickly, NA is catching up. Lickety split, man. Real quick. Alrighty, boys. Have fun, good luck, all the good stuff. So Twitch. The gorgeous, gorgeous Nokodon arena is back, boys. Oh my god, I love this place. Look at this skybox. It's now like evening time, but man, does it look good. We got Beastie over here. We got a bunch of little competitors just watching the duels with a bunch of monks. Some of them are copies, but then there's some unique ones out here. We got a dragon spectating and calling all the shots. We got a bunch of the Centaur clans hanging out. The Nokodon arena. Leroy gonna be first up versus Beastie. Locks Beastie, trying to see if he can hit him with a mortar coil. Does send the mortar coil flying at him. What is that mortar coil missile? I think he was able to immune the mortar coil with a disengage, with eventual retreat, but they just kept flying after him. It kept flying. It kept flying. It kept flying. That looked hilarious. Oh my goodness, Beastie is playing the demonology. Got himself a full port, or a full, what do you call that thing? A full, obelisk at the ready, so all his pets are empowered, doing more attacks, faster casting speed. It's going to be a fear onto Leroy. Is going to be able to blast through that obelisk for just a quick second as he's blasted out by the pets. All the pets are empowered by the tyrant as well. Big demon doggo bite. Leroy's going to have an answer here. Definitely needs to go counter aggressive. Is going to be able to veer the pets away from the warlock, separating them with a quick hunt towards Beastly. Got himself a big glaive toss to follow him. Or Glaive Tempest. Gonna be Mortar Coil. Was able to immune it. Second Mortar Coil that has been able to immune so far by the looks of it. Gonna be Leroy with a full Metamorphosis. Maybe they'll give him enough survivability. Does he have himself the demon summoned up, or is he still playing that Sigil? The Sigil of the Ascended, the Kyrian Sigil, whatever you call that thing. Angel learned that ability again. Gonna be, oh, demon spawning in for Leroy. Looks like he's back to playing demon build. Looks to put in some pressure to Beastie with his sound to follow. Maybe has an interrupt. Does have an interrupt in case he needs to. Beastie may be in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have any survivability at all. So close to dead. Shadow Fury. Oh, and Leroy does that up, slicing right through him. Just absolutely buttering that boy up. Got himself a demon trusty companion spawning in. Who's up next? Looks like it's gonna be Var over on the team 1, charging out at the 2-minute mark. Leroy better be extra careful. Against the Paladin, he could get locked down with a blind stun combo. That could be really deadly. Definitely needs to be very, very careful when he wants to trinket. Also, I think he's kind of waiting out for our cooldowns. He's waiting for some cities to be back up. Does pick up a demonic soul. 20% more damage for Leroy. Could be pretty nasty. This is going to go for a bit of a retreat in case there's going to be more CC. Got himself an I-beam. Going to be an interrupt with a trinket out of VAR. And this is where you see a Paladin trying to get some cooldowns in there. This is where Leroy wants to retreat out of there as best as he can. Imprison onto VAR, trying to see if he can get him to burn all his cooldowns, and just wants to utilize the mobility to separate away from VAR. I think it's a good idea maybe to throw in a couple of glaives, get the bleed rolling in. Elysian Decree, that's the one, Jake. You are correct. It's just an ability that as a Demon Hunter, I kind of avoided playing. I kind of was like a Vent Theory gamer from the start, and then I started doing Necrolord before it became cool, and I barely touched Elysian until last few patches with the tiers and all that stuff. I don't know, man. And Shadowlands was a bit of a hipster with those Covenant abilities. You know? I was like, you know what? I'll just play whatever sounds fun to me. Maybe it'll be cool. Too bad the expansion was kind of like a bit of a bust. Shield Dimensions up for VAR. There's going to be Demon Slain in the back. Barely a shield holding on. Leroy is going to be able to break through it. Does have a slow on him. Wants to catch back up to VAR. 20% more damage. Wants to get aggressive. But is he going to be able to do so? Is my question. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maybe, potentially, try to see if we can get back over there. Gonna be a bit of a blade, a rush, blade, cleave onto VAR. Try to see if we can blast right through him. Gonna be a final reckoning at the end there with an explosive on that demon with a big blade dance to follow the stone onto VAR. Bubble to follow. And Leroy try to see if he can veer out of there as quickly as he can. VAR with a bit of a flash of light. Looks like he's going to have himself plenty of recovery here. Stun to Leroy. Trinket to follow. Got himself the demonic soul. Potentially big damage. VAR, does he have anything to survive here? Maybe lay on hands. Potentially try to see if he can survive this through the healing. But the dampening and the motor strike effect from Leroy is making it much harder to survive. Demon spawning in. I think it's over and does go down with Leroy. Trusted demonic companion can start chipping away at it with all that leech. Or maybe just waiting for Leroy to get over there. Exploding the demon on top. We're picking up the demonic soul. Making sure nothing is ever wasted. And the demon bomb is going to be maximized. It's going to be a full fly out for Leroy. Can't be stopped. Leroy is just going to try to see if he can heal right through it. Just try to use the fist. He's just going to wait for him to come back down. Jab to follow. Does he have himself a big go? Leroy does have immunity for the electric, which is perfect. Full strike of the Wind Lord. I don't know if Thunder Fist is getting like used up. Why he's got a full immunity up. But Leroy, perfect nether swap. Perfect. Just step into the nether. Just trying to see if he can get out of there. Big hunt to follow versus Leroy. Oh my god. Leroy making a comeback for the Demon Hunter squad, boys. Look at him. Doesn't have a trinket anymore. For a tree, this could be an opportunity to sink his teeth, sink his fangs into the Demon Hunter, and just hold on tight and not let go at all. Gonna be a fear onto tree. Does go in for big damage. Leroy got himself the big blade spinning all over the place. Gonna be able to retreat for just a moment. Gonna be a skull bash onto the I-beam. Trying to go for eventual retreat, but I think might have actually been able to not pre-immune the stun, but did have a damage reduction, I think, for a second there. Super low on health. Needs survivability. Does he have anything at all? Demon summon? Oh, no. And tree goes in. I don't know why you gotta flag the man. The man is just trying to play a video game. But okay. Poor guy. Leroy's a nice guy, too. Big LA blast on the tree. Does get himself a big defensive. Yo, by the way, Lath, really well played by the Feral. Big standard though. Besides that play. Oh, come on. Okay. They get the BM out of the game here, boys. Let's get it out of here. Well played, by the way. Leroy, a couple of games you've been playing, not Leroy, Lath. Been playing a couple of games of Feral. Really just fitting into those shoes, man. Fitting into those paws. Well done. Doing really well. Playing Incarnation. I don't even know if there's a meta build or whatnot, but hey, making it work. Gonna be in the zone next versus Fang. Fang, last one on the team, waiting for the next competitor. Who is it gonna be up next? Is it gonna be Ner'zhul? Bombs away Kragma potentially? Maybe Hast? Can Fang even get through Ner'zhul? There's a question. He does have the Earth Elemental. Just trying to see if he can blast it out. Got himself the Bloodthirst in there, and is playing the Bloodbath build because he's getting random procs of Enrage. So it is helping him out quite a lot. Gonna be in Ner'zhul, just trying to see if he can put some dots on Fang. Got himself a full set of pets with a Sunder to follow. Does he have maybe a proper stun? Gonna be a Stormbolt as Fang unleashes the full might of Fury Warrior, charges back in. Full blades on Ner'zhul. Spirit to follow, not let it go anywhere. That could be a lot of damage right now. Ner'zhul does get a recovery with a lasso. Looking to walk away from Fang. Stunning him for a second. Backing up out of there. Fang just burned a lot of mobility. So it's going to be quite a bit before he can really get back up to Ner'zhul. Big leap to follow. Definitely needs to get a slow into Ner'zhul as soon as possible. Dropping in a grounding totem. Oh no, not grounding totem. I think Wind Fury instead. Disarm to Ner'zhul. That's where Fang with a reflect. In case Ner'zhul goes in hyper aggressive. That is going to be Ghostos as well. Stormbolt to lock him down. Does have a charge for the knockback. Ner'zhul super low on health. Could be in the execute range. Thunder for a second. Might just be going down here. Any moment right now. Fang recharge. Connects with a charge. It does take him down with bombs away. Kind of going in for a cheeky stun as soon as he can. Fang does have a pet to Bloodthirst off of. So he's gonna Bloodbath off of that thing. Bloodthirsting. Trinket for bombs. Not Trinket. Oh. I just noticed. He just reflected that back to him. So it wasn't a fear that I trinketed. It was something else that broke it then, huh? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Gonna be Fang with a couple of those cleaves here and there, bit by bit, trying to see if he can blast the bombs away. Big bleeds to follow. Trinket's out of it with a turtle, trying to go for a revive pet. As Fang does it, obliterating the pet. Can Fang actually make it come back here? The Dampin is going to make it harder for him to really make a big return. But if you stay super aggressive and put the enemy on the back foot, playing him more defensively than offensively, he's going to be in a fantastic spot. But his health is super low. Does better in Rage Regen. Going to be disarmed to bombs away. Scatter shot by the Hunter into a steel trap on the Fang. Kind of denying him a target to Bloodthirst and Bloodbath off of. And for Fang, that's going to be super unfortunate situation to be in. The pet is getting sent in. Trying to go for a bit of regenerate, and the pet does not let you recover. He's not letting him play the second wind at all. Not letting him get any recovery, but big bleeds. Oh my god, the Odin's Fury just absolutely massacring the boy. Oh my god, Ace is going to be up next. Immediate reflect, going to be a fear. Does he go for a stun? Does not want to go while it fucked this up. Wants to be extra careful. Stun onto Fang. No trinket available. That is a short DR though. Big interrupt on the shadow. Could be pretty bad for Haze. Does not have access to his clothing for a while. Does start to go for damage. It's going to be big spear. Big disperse. But that spear, I mean, is just not letting you go anywhere. And those Bloodthirsts are just doing work. The Bloodbaths are doing work. Bloodbath is the modified version of Bloodthirst. Whenever he has Enrage or Recklessness, that means he's got himself a modified version of a Bloodthirst that's more effective, shorter cooldown, does more healing, just a little bit more. But it's like 1% more healing. And just you basically can spam it. So it's like 30k a pop. It's really effective. That's like 30k with each weapon, I think, if not altogether. I'm not sure. Mind Games on the Fang can't really go for a heal. If you're into Haze, Haze is undead, so I don't know if you got it on the racial roll in already. I don't think he can. I think he was a trinket recently. Into a stun, reflected himself perfectly placed. Reflect by Fang. Shadow Crash onto the Warrior as Haze trying to see if he can potentially recover here. Both of them are so low in that execute range. Haze could be going down. Can he get maybe some pressure onto Fang? Last minute, last ditch effort. Oh, and Fang does it, fighting right through it. There's no way that he can beat Kragma though. That is a Feral Druid approaching him unless Fang can somehow avoid him. is going to be able to go for a whirlwind. That is going to be a second win. One tick second win helped him a little bit. Fang trying to go for as much healing as he can. Bloodthirst back to back. No, there's no way. There's no way. If it was only maybe able to leap in a random direction, get a couple ticks a second win, maybe he could have come back. Leroy walking in, big massacre in the entire team, but does get shut down by a Feral Druid, who gets shut down by Enhancement, and then a Warrior climbing back, clawing back for his team back to victory. That was amazing. That was awesome to watch. Well done, boys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do we still have teams or are we done for the night, boys? How are we feeling? How are we doing? Because I believe I still do have a raid. Week 2 availability. Okay, so I guess we're gonna do it by availability then, huh? Weird. I guess we're trying to see who's gonna be available, who isn't gonna be available. Wow. Alrighty. Let's see. Still got 5. Still good to go. Our rogue still banned for today. For tonight. It probably wasn't red. At least bubble medalist seals. Fair enough. You played solo queue. I see you post there, Arc. I heard that apparently solo queue is pretty bad if you got like really high MMR. But I've been doing a little bit of solo queue. I still gotta play a little bit more this week, man. I want to play a lot more solo queue. They are doing updates to solo queue though. Check the screenshots, rip my queues. Yeah, apparently if you like queued up solo queue and you got high rating really quickly, you basically don't have a lot of games to queue into. Because one, they got incentivized healers to queue. And second, because of the MMR issues for healers, like it's really hard to really get healers at the top end or whatever. It's weird. It's weird. I like the idea of solo queue. I think it plays pretty well by itself on the beta and from like the games that I've been able to do. I just need more queues, man. Need more incentive to queue up. If they added so you could get Gladiator mount to solo queue, I feel like a lot more people queue up. 2200 first day pretty much, not so many people play with. Yeah, same thing happened to Seabark. He basically just spammed to 2400 and now he's like gotta wait an hour for a queue. It's gonna take a while until everybody else gets into that range because not everybody is there yet. But yeah, because some people like you win a bunch of games and you just skyrockets into the MMR and that's it. You're just sitting there. 100 CR from one game because I put a 100 in my lobby. Because that's all you really get right now is like low-end lobbies right now. There's not too many. I feel like if you're on low MMR, it's pretty healthy. But it, like if you really got lucky with a bunch of wins, yeah, it's really rough. Basically, red is a glass skin and WoG needs a buff and red needs defensives. I feel like red just needs offensives. Just a few more. But also, Val, you have a lot of talents that you guys... a lot of people... I noticed there's not... Some classes do a lot of customization and trying different talent builds, and others don't. And I'm wondering if there's like a lot of talent options for Retribution Paladins for like better survivability. There's Retribution Paladin right here. Like Seal of Order, that should be, if you guys what, like 10% more damage reduction? Or armor, so that's not really quite a reduction. I don't know if you guys are playing into like the Word of Glory self-healing playstyle at all. Let's see. This used to look so different in the early version of the beta. So I'm trying to remember it. What do you have defensively here? Have people playing Jessica's Vengeance? Because imagine that should be pretty strong. This is what they did as a holy power spender. Let's also go a lot more aggressive with the Radiant Decree. That could do a lot of damage. I wonder if more like a passive playstyle, like a Judgment Build. Like Arthur was playing a Judgment Build before. That was doing pretty well for him. I don't know if that's available right now or not. Yeah, this used to look a lot different. I'm trying to remember like which parts that I remember, which ones I don't remember. But this used to look very, very different from the beta and alpha. And I think that blend of like how it used to look is just blurring in my mind a little bit. Because I'm trying to like mouse over these. I'm like, wait, that's not where that used to be. So almost like I'm relearning. Damage reduction by 4. So that used to be different, wasn't it? Wasn't it higher? Was it just like a legendary? That's one of those things I'm just trying to remember. Also, has anybody tried playing Divine Protection? I imagine like a DR, like a flat DR, could be kind of good in certain situations. Especially like if your shield gets popped as quickly as it is. Like a proper DR. Is it off GCD too? Or is it still on GCD, kind of like Shield of Edges? Because it is a shorter cooldown, isn't it? Or is it the same? Because it says Immensity here. But I think they did something weird for Divine Protection because they hotfixed that in. That wasn't an implementation in the beta build. That was a hotfix. And we're trying out, like, can we just randomly put stuff in without a proper build? So like, all right, let's just try to see if we can hotfix something in. But then we're like, okay, well, the way it works is it basically going to be an alternate to Vengeance, but it's different. That's what I'm trying to figure out. The IA should be the same talent as JV. Should be able to have both. You think some? Yeah, you know what? That's potentially something that could change when it comes to 10.05, right? At the very least. I don't know if they could really hotfix and do major changes right now, but that is at least something that they could maybe plan for in 10.05. That's definitely something that should be given feedback to. I mean, they're doing pretty big revamp to druids. Now would be the time to get some of the classes that maybe need a little bit more. Let's get another one going in. Let's do a grand, I guess. You know, I like Black Rook Hold better. I like Black Rook Hold better, boys. One of my boys, the last one before I go get myself some food and potentially dive back into the raid. I don't know what we're doing. Are we doing mythic bosses? Are we doing heroic bosses? Are we going to Razagath? I'm not really sure exactly what we're doing, but I believe we are raiding this week. So we'll get one more under our belts, boys. One more. Uno más. Bring it all in. Leave it on the arena. Leave it on the arena floor. But boys, thank you so much for joining. It's super fun. I've been enjoying these deals a lot. As I noticed, as soon as we ban rogues, people are like, "Oh, I actually can play the game." I love you, rogue boys. We'll see how we do next week, though. Yeah, we'll see after them sub and assassination gutting. I mean, adjustments. Let's call them that. God, the person's like, it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna be like, what happened? I used to just cheap shot a guy and then he died, and now he don't die. Blizz, why nerf? I swear to God, it's gonna be like that on the forum. It's gonna be like, wait, Blizz, I was one-shotty. Now I got a two-shotty. Class dead. Over. Rerolling. I swear to God, it's gonna be like that on comments on WoW head and forum. I swear to God. Such gonna be ourselves a beast of locks. First up, over for the team one as a demonology. God, I love that. It looks so good. I gotta get them all locked. My God, it looks great. Leroy charging out. Oh my God, a bit of rematch between the two as Leroy, the demon hunter, hunting down the demon summoner. He's basically bringing the demons on a silver platter, and so is Leroy. Gonna be a big fellow dropping in with a big old nether portal, trying to see if he can summon a bunch of pets. The more pets he summons in the nether portal, the more demons are gonna charge out towards Leroy. I don't know if you go for a big tyrant right after, but that could be potentially big damage, and this is where Leroy is gonna back up out. Does not want Beastly summoning more demons, but he's taking a lot of damage from those demons. I think he's just waiting until the last moment where he goes in for a big old summon with his own pet, slaying it, grabbing that soul, does not quite fully recover from it. But he was able to avoid a lot of that nether portal goodness from Beastly, so he doesn't have to deal with all the variety of different demonic spirits that summon up. He's going to be yet another demon summoning as an Axos comes out. Demon Dog charges in. Demon Dog is still very, very deadly. Just slay the demon, leaving that soul on the floor so he can get back for it later in case he needs to. Going to be an interrupt onto Beastly. Does get himself a defensive. Big hunter fall as Leroy looking for recovery, but a mortal coil sends him out there with a fear. Does avoid the fear with eventual retreat with the metamorphosis right after. It's going to be immunity from CC into another immunity to CC. Shadow Fury as a wall is up. Beastly try to go for a stun, but I think gonna plan for Leroy to charge behind him rather than in front of him. It's gonna be Leroy summoning yet another demon, can slay it anytime he wants to. Wise got meta. Big leech available. Stun to follow. Does Beastly have the demon doggos? Trying to go for a fear. Controlling Leroy. That demon's trying to see if he can bite him out of that fear. Gonna be a big old demon doggos charging out. A big old demon slay. As an interrupt comes out for Beastly. Could be in trouble. Could be in a bad situation. Does not have a defensive dark pack in just a moment. Leroy, does he have enough opportunity here to continue the pressure? Gonna be a fear onto Beastly. Does he have any damage or after? Does he have some 20% more damage? Beastly with a dark pact, getting interrupted yet again, summoning even more demons from the nether, but so is Leroy. Both of them are straight up summoners. Fear, Axos fallen, demon attacking him. Gonna be able to slay pretty quickly. Corruption? Literally just slapped the corruption on that man. I don't even know what corruption is gonna do for you, but he does slap it on there. Might as well, right? Not else to cast, really. Gonna be Leroy with a big demon, 20% damage increase. Can Beastly lock him down? They needs to go for a time, but no, Leroy just got those cars back to back, taking the soul of the Demonology Warlock and consuming it for himself. Tree gonna be up next. Immediate immunity by Leroy. I think he wants to go for a big stun. Darkness down. Tree is going to try to see if he can put some bleeds into Leroy. Those bleeds can't go into darkness. Leroy may be in a tight spot. Trying to go for the hunt. Does he have any more survivability? Try to go for an I-beam, but it's going to be Tree trinketing out just so he can claw him down, just so he can pop a wall, just so he can take down Leroy, not let him play the game. Who's going to be up next over for the team 2? Is it going to be potentially Nerzul, the enhancement, the Rock Boy himself? Is it going to be maybe Kragman, the Feral Druid? Bombs away the Survival Hunter? Or potentially Haste, the Shadowface? God, that looks so good. And that staff looks pretty cool too. Except one, you look like Primalist, and the staff is on a Zothian. So I don't really know if it fits well. I feel like they're almost like contrasting forces in a way. But there it is. It looks good though. It looks like Dampen is going to be rolling up while the team 2 figures out who's going to be next. Tree better than Demon Hunter. Okay, Demon Hunters used to have a lot more survivability. That demon used to heal you to basically full every single time spawned in. They nerfed it heavily. The soul and the heal itself. All of it. All of it. You lose over total damage by spend 10 cast corruption is very little for Demo. I mean, when you got nothing else to press, right? Just the guy at CC, you just want to break the fear. Might as well throw in a corruption just for funsies, yeah? Gonna be a fear by Haze, full void eruption is gonna end up hitting Tree one after the other. Second one to follow. That's a lot of CC. There's gonna be some shadow mind spice to follow with a Siphon join in. No wall available. Tree maybe in a bad spot. Does want to go for an interrupt. Does he do it though? No interrupt. Mind games to follow. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Does he go for mind games? That's gonna be dispersed for Haze though. Does go for a silence mind games. Tree. Oh, does end up rotting him down. Just all the dots in the big games and down it goes. Well done, well done. Not having a wall for that one does end up kind of hurting you a little bit. So that's a tough one, man. He did use a wall for the Demon Hunter just to make sure it's all good. Or maybe press it a little early. Big kicks. Big punches towards Haze. Does get rooted out fully. He is going to be able to break out of it. Haze got himself Vampiric Embrace. This is where you want to go as much healing as possible. No interrupt for Lear just yet. Can still go for an interrupt. Haze could be in a tight spot. Got himself a little bit of survivability. Stun onto Lear. This way you need as much damage as possible. Siphon joined in to slow down the monk just a little bit. Does he have any fears? Does he have any CC? Could be in a bad spot. Haze with a lockdown onto a stun. Still Mindbender on him, but Lear is going to be able to walk in as a monk would. Not let him take a break at all. Going to be maybe potentially Karma. Lear. He is going to press Karma, but Nerzul, I think, just is going to ignore it entirely. Big Storm Strike. Does he have some big alley blast? Is going to go reverses and try to remove all those dots. Nerzul take a lot of damage though. Wait a second. Striking the Willer, maybe massive. Wait, Nerzul could be in trouble. Wait a second. Lear turning around. Oh, to the Shaman. Does he go down? There's no way. Wait, what is this pet attacking him? Oh, down. Bombs away. Put your pet back. Oh, what is that thing doing? Ah! What is that thing doing? Trinket on Nerzul. Trying to see if he can take down Lear. Is there going to be another big alley blast dunking down on him? Bob's always going for feign death. Bob's just put your pet like usually pet come back at the macro. Just pet return or pet follow. If you spam pet follow, I don't know if you have like a bar where you can click it or whatever, but if you use pet follow ability, you usually can peel the pet back to you. I mean, you could also put it on passive, but if you put it on passive and you forget to set it back to active, I feel like you're just gonna end up hurting you in this duel. Gonna be Fang up next versus Nerzul. Last of those two juggernauts met. Fang was able to outlast Nerzul by quite a bit and take him down, but Nerzul walking into this one with not a lot of coolness committed from the monk. So he has a lot of these big offensives at the ready, so Fang potentially could go down to this enhanced shaman. Is going to be working that elemental, taking that thing down little by little, going for them big blood baths back to back. As the stun comes out onto Nerzul, knocking him back, and Fang, he's kind of trying to see if he can aim for procs of Recklessness so that his Bloodthirst ability transforms into a much better Bloodbath. Was there a reflect on an Ellie Blast? Might have been. That's going to put Nerzul behind a little bit. Does give himself a wall full of settings at the ready. Wants to go in for big damage versus Fang. But he realizes he can't really get too aggressive with him. Big Ellie Blast is going to get Fang low with a lasso, forcing a trick out of the enhancement, out of the Fury Warrior. Just get himself back-to-back blood baths over and over into Nerzul, sinking in that damage back-to-back. It's going to be a knockback for a second. Spirit to follow, trying to go for a Hex, does go for a Reflect. Oh my god, that cheeky Reflect at the end, just not letting him play at all. My goodness. Could Fang potentially get himself a, I guess it would be a 1v3 here. Taking these boys down. Bombs away, gonna be up next. Big Dash Chakram just ripping past through a Fang. This is gonna be a scatter shot. Big explosive through the scatter. Wait, explosive does not break scatter, so does it? On the beta, it was not breaking scatter, so it was something cheesy that Hunters could do. Scatter, explosive, and then you could go for a big go. Maybe like aim shot into a stun, knowing that the scatter would last the entire time. There's certain abilities that are breaking. Wait, does Fang go down? Oh! Bombs away with them. Does them bleeds the pet doing work? It looks like apparently Fang maybe push himself a little bit too hard when fighting against Ner'zhul. But then again, when you're fighting against literal Ner'zhul, the shaman before he went all corrupted, I mean, you'll probably go down too. Feign Death from bombs away does just drop in for a sleepy time as he doesn't get hit with a stun. That Feign Death does actually give him a little bit of damage reduction too if he was running the right talent. I think it's a PvP talent, right? Big freeze onto Var. Let's try to see if he can maybe punish that pet, do a little bit of damage to that thing. Is that thing undead? That raptor has to be undead, right? Or is that like still a beast? Just like in bandages, because it does look like an undead rapture. I'm just thinking about like Wake of Ashes. It's probably stunning it, right? That probably stuns him. Stun into Var, bombs away, going in for as much healing as he can. But looks like somebody is able to break it. He does give himself a chakram versus Var with a big scatter shot yet again. Feign Death for just a second. Does he get any survivability at all? Standing in the pet, going to be Flake of Strike, but it's going to be Var cleaving him down as he charges in. With Kragma going to be up next. The Consecration going to end up singeing his little toesies a little bit. Little beans on his feet. Big Wake of Ashes as Val tried to see if he could take down Kragma, walling this off, and this is where Val tries to swing back out. Does have a wall, does have a blanket protection, needs to use those two conscientiously. Blind to the Kragma, force him to trick it out of him. There goes the bubble. Do you go for recovery while this bubble is up, or do you go for aggressive? Looks like he's trying to see if he can take aggressive action versus Kragma. Bear form, Barskin, the Barskin. Friends of Region, Battle Masters, has renewal. May want to be thinking about using a renewal while in bear form before the day up, but it gets super high. Var, super low in health, does not have a lot of recovery. Does want to go locking down Kragma. Final wreck, is that going to be enough though? Is this going to be here? Carrion to follow with the hammers? Does he have enough hammer damage? Oh, he does. Oh, Val does it to bring it back for his team. I was thinking for a second, like, man, this is actually so close. Could it be anyone's game? And Var doesn't to bring it back. Well done, well done. Not super high dampeners to the Paladin could play, use bubble. Mostly stayed offensive there. Rotating CC, final wreck, enough damage. Well done, well done. Alrighty, boys. I think that's going to be the last one for the night. Thank you all so much, Colin, boys. Thank you all so much for joining in tonight's 5v5 1v1 Duels. We're going to be hosting Pet Attack twice at the start of the end of the zone. Wait. Yeah, I think the pet just automatically started attacking him. I don't think he sent the pet at him immediately. Did it go for like a kill command? Is that what it was? I mean, that's unfortunate. I'll need to go back and look at the footage. Like, if there was a lot of like pet attacks, then it would be like, okay, well, that was maybe like he's controlling the pet. But I was thinking it was just the pet like automatically started attacking because he attacked the hunter and just a passive and just did auto attacks. As long as it's not kill commands, I guess it's okay. But like, I can totally see like, oh, that's kind of unfair. Yeah, I can kind of see it. But if it's like he was just AFK and he got cleaved and the pet just started attacking the guy, what can you do about it, right? What can you really do about it? But if it's like send a pet in, that's a bit of a different story. I need to take a look at it. Hey, pal, this is crack DD, mate. Let's go, dude. First time in the duels, go up against the door twice. First, I know shame to be like that, man. The amount of damage is crazy. It's pretty good. Bro, just as we bad, real bad right now. Worst time Mercedes. I know, man. It's tough. When the Demon Hunters used to have a lot more survivability, like passive survivability, it was much easier. Now it's like very CD oriented. I think Demon Hunter can do well. It's just a very cooldown oriented now. Very city oriented. Boys, thanks so much for coming by. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to be calling it here next week, Friday, 5v5 duels for the AU and Saturday NA. More than welcome to join in. Tell your friends about it, man. The more bodies we get in here, the merrier. Perfect place to test out the newest class changes coming up next week. You guys are more than welcome to join in, test those, try some builds, do some stuff. This dueling arena place is the perfect time to do it. You get to test out your survivability, you get to test out your burst, how well could you play against a variety of classes, hang out with the boys, part of the community. Plenty of reasons to join in. Thank you. You guys are awesome, beautiful, wonderful passages. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm gonna go back in a prison called Vault of the Incarnates. We thought that Razzigas is out there breaking her brothers and sisters, the other primal incarnates. No, the Vault isn't their prison, it is our prison this whole week as we're raiding literally every single day like DJ. When am I gonna find time to do? I barely find time to do work or sleep or really play the game. I'm just in raid the entire time. It's been actually kind of insane. Last night, dude, oh my god, I want to complain chat real quickly. I don't want to be complaining too much, but you basically spend all night on what's her face, the windy boss on heroic all night. It's heroic it's simple mechanics, and it's just like, it's one of those things where it's raiding, right? It's a lot of it is doing your part until everybody else figures out what they're supposed to be doing and they do it correctly. It's, oh my god, it was just so, it just, I love raiding, but 3 hours on one boss on heroic, it's too much, man. It's too much, you know what I mean? Plus, we got a helm drop, and I was like, oh, that'll be an upgrade. I won't see my helm for a while because it's a tier piece from Razagath, and they're like, oh, okay, Druid gets it. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Like it was like a looting system or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'll vote for myself because I need it. Druid got it. Oh, okay. So either I'm either it's either just like, oh, he also could use an upgrade or whatever, or it's a better secondary stats. He did write Biz in his note. I don't know if it is Biz, but it's like, for me, it's like, oh, that's like the best helm I can get unless I can get like a tier. So technically also Biz. I think I just need to write Biz in every single item. That's the problem. Alrighty, boys. I'll see all of you later, yeah? Tomorrow, I don't know, 50-50 whether we stream or not. Tomorrow, I may just take a break. I may physically have to. My body may just not even be here. My body may not be awake until like 8 evening. You heard me right. Literally 8 evening. With how much I've been working on stuff. I got a lot of video ideas. I got a lot of stuff I want to work on. Man, it's been rough. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. These also been a nice break from the constant raiding. It's been absolutely enjoyable. Super fun hanging out with all of you. Man, I'm gonna try to see if I can pep myself up and get back in there real quickly. I don't want to fall behind on gear or nothing. Thank you all. You guys are awesome. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I like the raid a lot, sub dude. I think it's really nice, refreshing. I think I'm gonna hate it because we were spending so much time in there. But overall, I like it a lot. I think the boss fights are really cool. The difficulty curve between normal, you get to see majority of the fight. Heroic is just a little bit more, and Mythic is just like a little bit more interesting. I think it's going to be an easier tier than like Sepulchre. It really comes down to like we're coming in with no gear. I think that's why the curve is going to be harder. I think this tier, once you get fully geared, going to the next tier is going to get much, much, much easier, depending on the tune though. Alright, boys. Thanks so much. You guys are awesome, beautiful, wonderful. Ineffable. Let me see if I can put you out here. Yeah, thank you so much, my God, for the donor. It's very, very generous of you. Boys, I'll see you either tomorrow or Monday. Definitely Monday, but maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling it. Alrighty. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. I got a pretty awesome video for you guys if you're doing mythic pluses, which will hopefully help you guys do your dungeons. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys next stream. Alrighty, boys. Peace.
Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all, lose it all, lose it all. Feel it in your heart, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm. Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got a few more days to slay, It's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna